Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the After Hours podcast. On today's episode, we have local drift team Push. These guys are from Pennsylvania, and the first time I saw them was at the Twin Drift event that Ready Set Drift threw last year. These guys were driving really well, and the cars were looking pretty good too. And it was a couple of Z's, so we're not used to Z's looking so good, so it really caught my attention. So we reached out to them recently and decided to have them on the podcast since they're so close to us. And it was a really fun time. These guys just got into drifting a couple years ago, so another fresh perspective on a drift team starting out. And there's a lot of Z information in this podcast, so I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, guys, let's hear a word from our sponsors and then dive right into this episode. This podcast is sponsored by East Coast Drift School. East Coast Drift School is a driving school focused on learning the art of drifting. Conveniently located at the greatest drifting facility in the United States, Raceway Park in Englishtown, New Jersey. Raceway Park currently has 3 tracks, so you will have a few options to choose from when setting up your lessons. Chris Knapp, who is part of the Raceway Park family, will be your teacher as he guides you through car setup and technique. If you are more of a seasoned driver, East Coast Drift School is also the place where you can get some extra seat time. Chris allows private track time with no instructing as well, so that you can get some test and tune runs in before that big event or competition you have coming up. Instead of spending the night dodging the police with your boys, consider signing up with East Coast Drift School the next time they release their schedule. Chris releases the schedule on the 16th of every month through Instagram. Make sure to check them out, give them a follow, and shoot over a direct message when you are ready to set up a date. You can find them on Instagram at East Coast Drift School. Chase Bays has been a household name in our industry for over 15 years, supplying us with tons of fluid power products such as power steering cooler kits, oil catch cans, engine oil coolers, hydraulic handbrake kits, and of course, their dual piston brake booster delete kits, which fit a wide variety of vehicles. The core values of Chase Bays is function, simplicity, quality, and aesthetic. All of their products are user-friendly and easy to install, while of course looking the part. The quality of their products has only increased over the years, and now with Front Street Drift Club being a sponsored team of Chase Bays, you can guarantee the products are stress tested as well. I'm currently digging their compact intercooler sprayer reservoir kit. This kit includes a pump and pigtail to wire it up to any switch you want. I've been a big fan of sleek looking OEM style intercooler sprayers ever since Subaru had one on the STI, and this kit provides you with what you need to get started. If you need any more info on any of their products, make sure to take a look at their product descriptions. They have some of the most detailed descriptions I've read with tons of information. You can check out Chase Bays products and place your orders directly on our website at FactionMotorsports.com, and make sure to use the coupon code ChaseBaysAfterHours with no spaces to save on checkout. This podcast is also sponsored by Automotive Specialty Wraps. Automotive Specialty Wraps is a company specializing in paint protection film, vehicle wraps, ceramic coatings, and window tinting located in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Owned and operated by car enthusiasts and drifters, their technicians have over 10 years of experience in the industry. Ceramic coating is one of their specialties and is the service they offer that caught my eye first. In the 60s, NASA and the US military formulated a ceramic coating to be used on spacecraft and planes. This coating would be able to protect them from harsh conditions. Following that, in the early 2000s, ceramic coatings were revamped to be used in the automotive industry. These coatings give your car's paint extra protection while also making it shine. Wax only lasts for a couple of weeks at most, but ceramic coatings last for a year or longer. They perform a full 2-stage polish to the car beforehand to make sure the vehicle is in perfect condition before applying the coating. This service can also be applied to wheels, which would be the best thing you can do to a new set of wheels you just picked up, if you are looking to protect them for years to come. As mentioned, they also offer window tinting and paint protection film installations. Now, everyone knows what window tinting is, but these guys offer carbon or ceramic tinting depending on your needs. Paint protection film, or PPF, is a great idea for those new vehicle owners that want to protect their paint before it gets chipped up driving down the highway. I always suggest having at least the front end done in PPF, like the front bumper, fenders, and hood. ASW is now offering mobile detailing, and this is no basic car wash. It's more of a 2-hour spa session for your car using special soaps designed to extract toxins out of your paint. And the best part is they will come to your house, job, or even to our shop when your car is being serviced to get the wash done. From protecting your tow rig's exterior to full livery installations on your drift car, they have you covered. You can contact them at automotivespecialtywraps.com and make sure to mention our podcast. They are currently offering 10% off mobile washes and tinting services for our listeners. Limitless Auto Fab is a fabrication shop and retailer located in Illinois. They produce bash bars and catch cans for a bunch of popular models in the drifting community. We started selling their products earlier this year and have heard nothing but great things since. Limitless bash bars are honestly the industry standard right now. Fabricated from 1.5-inch mild steel tubes, these bars are designed to take the impact of light collisions in order to avoid or minimize damage to your body or frame. My favorite part about these bash bars is that they are designed in a way that helps hold most aftermarket bumpers up at the correct height. Unlike a lot of other aftermarket bars that require you to either weld additional brackets on or install those big foam rubber pieces to raise the bumpers up to avoid bumper sag. This is a huge pet peeve of mine when installing bash bars at the shop, so I'm really glad about this feature. Gone are the days of trying to keep your rusty rear factory crash bar because you are worried about bumper fitment issues with an aftermarket one. Their bars also come with jacking points and optional license plate brackets, so everything you need is right there from the start. Limitless Auto also sells catch cans for a handful of specific models. These cans are built in-house and chassis specific. We have used these cans before in the shop with no issues, and they look great as well. The guys over at Limitless are on social media as well at limitless_auto_fab. So please make sure to check out their Instagram and give them a follow. They post photos of all the drift cars using their products, from Front Street Drift Club to Animal Style. If you are in the market for a bash bar or catch can, make sure to check out their full product lineup on our website, FactionMotorsports.com. This podcast is brought to you by Faction Motorsports. We are an automotive performance shop located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our shop is easy to get to from Route 17, 3, and 21. We are also only 15 minutes away from New York City. Faction Motorsports provides services that include but are not limited to performance part installations, suspension overhauls, general maintenance, engine installations, tire mounting and balancing, and custom four-wheel alignments with our in-house Hunter alignment machine. We also stock a range of performance products in-house. From AN fittings and gaskets to complete body kits, we try to stock as many parts as we can to provide quick shipping times for our website customers and same-day pickup for locals. Make sure to shoot us an email if you are looking to set up an appointment or if you are looking for a part that is not up on our website. Our email is sales@factionmotorsports.com. We are also on Instagram at Faction Motorsports. Carl. Look at Carl. He's like, come on, where's the money?
There was the one pod where they were talking about
Start this up. I want to hear this on the podcast.
It started already.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Okay, well, welcome everybody to the Faction After Hours podcast. We're here to bring you another episode. I almost fucked that. We have another guest. We have four guests. We have a whole team. We have Drift Team Push. We have Lentz, Matt, Nate, and Yasi. Welcome everybody. Woo! You guys all have headphones. You don't understand.
It's okay.
You don't
it's
know.
all right.
Did you get all the audience is right out there.
Fucking Carl, did you hear the laugh track?
No, the laugh track is organic.
All right, what were you saying about Rogan?
I was saying how
Malcolm's like J-Mo.
Malcolm is like J-Mo, and that J-Mo has a really nice life. Like, he pays a lot.
Carl's getting mad because I don't pay Malcolm enough.
I wasn't getting mad about anything. I was simply making one small comment.
Oh, okay. But then you were going to say something else. You said something, Rogan, something. Damn, you lost it.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to say, once this podcast blows up, Malcolm will get a check.
Yeah. Maybe.
Everybody will remember how good of a sound tech. Do you know what you...
Producer. Yeah.
Executive producer.
Yeah.
Is there a camera on him?
Dog.
There is a camera on him. He hates using it.
Malcolm
People
can.
forget what
Yeah, look at that. Dude. He looks official.
Yeah.
He hates using it, just like Jamie hates using his when they...
I don't even know what that guy looks like.
Yeah, you never see him because he never uses the camera.
He's got like a little ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that is not what I know.
He plays golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not.
Thank you guys for the Dunkin' Donuts. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
How
That
long
was
have you guys
awesome.
been a team for?
I was
2023, I think we established.
so 2 seasons now. This is coming up on our 3rd season driving together.
Yep.
Well, this guy's 19, so he must have been in it for like a week.
The first season you weren't driving with us, were you? You were just coming with
He was
Matt.
coming with Matt for a while.
Anytime you got to speak, just bring that mic over. I forgot to tell you guys that. You guys can just bring that mic over and whatever. But yeah, of course, we asked him to talk immediately.
Yeah, we were like, which one doesn't talk the most? And it's Yasi, and now we're making him talk immediately.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
first
I think-
season it was, well, originally started out, we had another team member. It was me, Nate, and Tyler driving Z's. And then organically, we met Matt. First event, I mean, if you want to take over, because
Yeah,
you
like-
originally met Matt.
Yeah, so
Just aim that right.
yeah,
Like,
so we
really-
like Lance and I were like longtime buddies. We grew up together, like 7th grade up. And we always we had like bike crews. We were BMX guys.
In the BMX pipeline.
transition. Yeah, in
Okay.
the pipeline. But he got me and did a ride along in his Z, and I was looking Mustang or Z, and I chose a Z. I
Thank
know they're
God.
two different
Yeah, I was
cars.
about to say, could you imagine what your life would have been?
Yo,
Terrible.
Like, you'd have to buy fucking like
Straight
what is
axle.
straight axle. Like you would have to buy what size wheels are them shits? Like 20? No, that uses like normal wheels.
I don't
19s.
know,
They're
but
like 19s,
The way you
and they're
said
also
that was
5x114.
crazy, though.
Yeah, like how much, not only that, like,
You're
just
like
the
trying to
cost,
drive
the cost to get a Mustang versus the cost of getting a Z up to par for just driving. I feel like a Z, you just hop in, you weld the diff, and you're good to go. Where
so a Mustang is more of a pain in the ass to get it. Well, what year were you looking at?
I wanted like a 9904 like that.
Yeah, that's probably pretty shitty.
Is that the one that Malcolm likes?
Yeah,
Is that
probably.
the Fox body looking one?
New
No,
Edge?
no.
Is that
I
what
think
that?
it's called the New Edge, like the SN95.
The one that KBD makes a body kit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
isn't that like the straight
Like the
axle
green
that
one, the
everyone
green guy.
crashes?
Wait, the Chris Fix one?
Yes, it is the Chris Fix one.
Yeah.
I do not like that
What is that
car.
guy up to now?
I don't know. All I know is he went to E-Town at one point. That's all I know.
I did see him randomly one day at
Yeah.
E-Town.
I
I
learned
did-
so much from that guy. Are you kidding
You
me?
told me that, yeah. You watched his YouTube a lot, I think.
I did watch. It was just entertaining to watch, and like, not like I needed it. He was like a good guy to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy that convinced me to do like side work.
Yeah,
Because he was like, he made it seem so easy. And
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
bring people's cars in and I'd kind of fuck them up. I'm not gonna lie.
yo, he was good with the production, dude. You know how long that shit probably took?
Dude, I know how long it takes for that's fuck that shit. That's all I'm saying. If we didn't have Eddie, we wouldn't have a YouTube account.
Who
Like,
does the media here? Because you guys,
Oh yeah, I do a lot of like the Instagram reels and stuff like that. Which
Okay.
is
We
pretty
all
much what we do.
we're all on the account like control of it. Like we can all comment and answer questions and stuff. But Matt does like the video production side, like the reels. The
you look
reels and
real
stuff.
thankful. That
Yeah,
That's actually a really good question because I'm sure there's like other teams out there that are probably like, what? How the fuck do we manage this shit? Like,
Yo, all that real stuff, like even if you're on TikTok and stuff like that's a lot of work. You would think like coming up with stupid things to upload.
Yeah.
Isn't that hard, right? But it kind of is. Like when you're trying to post like every day, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even like twice a week. There's still a lot of stuff to.
that's basically what we have to do too. We have to like make a schedule. Like, oh, you have to do this day, that, this day, that. Like, you have to have a schedule to it because if you don't have that, you'll just forget. And
Yeah.
then before you know, you're not posting anything.
Yeah, with me it's kind of random. Like anytime I got time and I'm sitting on my phone scrolling through Instagram reels, I'm like I should probably just make a reel right now.
Yeah.
Probably be more productive.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. And a lot of the reels that do good are like the really stupid ones. Like it's
Dude,
a
just
5-second
getting-
clip and just some stupid caption that people want to react to.
but just getting the clips, period, bro. Like I'm fucking terrible at that.
we honestly are too. But
Like,
that's
recording
like Yassi's
something,
role.
Frankie.
Yassi's role for us.
Yo,
Like, thank God my car broke down because I was able to like just record everywhere we go.
all the
It's
clips
so
I got
easy.
were
Like,
from him
yeah,
recording.
just-
Oh,
it's
right.
so
It-
easy. You just spend the whole day recording,
Hey,
sitting
what
in the
happened to
car.
your
and
car
everything.
again? By the way, I'm sorry. Because we're not gonna glaze over that.
Do you want
Just-
us to like roll it back from
Yo.
the Mustang part, get us to like the team?
Whatever you guys want to do. is
yeah,
fine.
whatever.
Yeah, let's-
But you got to bring that mic all the way to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're at like
Hold on, I'm gonna grab a beer.
I was between a Mustang and the Z.
Yeah.
2 different paths. Chose the Z. We had a buddy that had a Z that was in someone's garage, and they started cutting it apart, turning it into a drift car, and it's been sitting in garages for a few years.
Honestly,
hooked me
they
up.
really cut out. They just cut out like the stuff getting prepped for a cage. Like it's
like
a
the
clean
speaker
chassis.
box and stuff in the back.
Yeah.
So I got it for like $3,500 with a set of Fortunato coilovers. So it
For
was
the
a really
Z?
good deal. 80,000 miles, or no, it was like 78,000 miles.
Wait, how much
on
was
it.
that again?
$3,500.
35. That's not bad for a Z.
That's not bad. That's great.
That's a
it has
good deal.
coilovers and stuff.
But I'm sure the car
If
was
it
all
runs-
messed up, like stripped and everything. And
It was stripped on the inside. It still had everything worked. Like I
okay.
still got AC, heat.
It was completely stock, just the interior. It was like someone was prepping for a cage and then stopped after getting the whole interior
dash
out.
or no
Yeah.
dash. Okay.
Door cards.
Damn. Okay. That.
Yeah.
How much are
plastics.
these right now?
They're like $6,000 for
Nah,
a clapped
nah,
out one.
Wait, they
Run
got
and
more than
driving.
that.
Yeah.
You said for a clapped out one?
Super clapped out one. Like, one that doesn't work.
They're definitely going up.
If you and the hard thing is you can't find any of them stock. Like you can't just find a clean stock one with 80,000 miles. You know what I mean? If
They
you
got
do
the
find
FDF,
one,
something
it's
like
probably
that
like
on 'em.
12K. They want 12K, and that's way too much for a Z. If you're spending that much on a Z,
Yeah.
I would spend it on
12K.
something
That
else.
shit better have like that HR one, like high revving motor.
I feel like
Yeah,
eight.
yeah.
I feel like 8 to 10 grand would be a good
For a
price
solid car,
if it
yeah.
was good.
$10,000. I'm not buying a fucking Z for
10 if you're going HR.
I mean,
10
I
if you're
think-
going HR.
Yeah.
I saw
Low
somebody.
mileage
We're all
HR.
DE cars.
I found an S chassis the other day for $6,000. Who was posting it?
How beat was that?
Yeah, I was gonna say even S chassis at $6,000. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, it might not have had doors or like a hatch, but it was a running driving
still an S chassis.
motor in it, and it had glass all the way around. So all you're doing is just bolting a bunch of
almost
shit
bought
back
it?
on. I'm fine with it. Huh?
You almost bought it?
No.
Oh, all right.
Dude, Jimmy's car was fun, but like, no. I do not miss it one bit at all.
You're strictly sticking IS?
I just like the IS because
I don't think you could say you don't miss it one bit at all. That's a little ridiculous.
I don't miss it really a lot. I like
Okay,
looking
that's
at
better.
it. I miss how cool you felt in an S chassis. Let's face it, you feel fucking cool in an S chassis. You guys,
Okay.
any of you guys have a?
Yeah, I have a S13.
Okay.
Yep.
This
But
guy's
you guys
cool.
all
this guy's
drift
cool as shit.
Zs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So I originally I started out drifting my S13 at Englishtown, and I made it to the Ghost Track down in Virginia, the, Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They call it the Ghost Track.
That's just the Ghost, like that was his logo, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I remember
the
it,
Ghost.
yeah.
But
Good know.
after seeing them drive, I kind of wanted a C-time car because I didn't want to beat up the S13. So that's how I.
So you got
landed
the
in-
Z for a C-time.
I landed in a Z for a seat-time car and kind of blossomed into Steam.
I mean, that was kind of a good formula. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Especially because I just like went full Sylvia front end, like bricks, and now the price
is it
is
a
just
coupe?
Yeah, it's a coupe.
I missed
and,
that.
like, just
We
the,
said
br-
that.
the
And you got it
price of-
painted just before that, too.
So I was like, I don't want to beat this.
It's a
thing
nice
up.
car.
Yeah.
A nice car. I wouldn't want to beat up either.
Do we get pictures of these cars, Malcolm, maybe?
is it on your Instagram?
It's probably on my Instagram. I don't post much.
That's fine.
You have to have one on your Instagram.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
definitely, like,
have
on my
at least
story.
one. You have
Yeah.
a S13. You definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely at least one picture in there.
if you had,
underscore lens underscore.
Yeah, I want to see
Well,
this.
the
This
one
guy's
thing
fun.
about that I do also miss.
LENTZ.
One thing that I also miss about the 13 is that it's a really freaking small car. Like the
Yeah.
roof line when you lower them, it's like
Yeah. Well, the IS is a really tall car.
it's tall.
Yeah, just hit back. Just go at, like S13 story, yeah, and scroll towards the end of that. If you can click through stories.
No, we gotta start
I'll
from the
probably be
beginning.
the
Oh my
There,
word.
that's how it started.
yeah. I actually bought.
Holy,
I
372 weeks ago.
I
Look
actually
at that.
bought this in
Hey,
New
Chase
Jersey.
Bays.
Yeah, Chase Base. Well, I mean, this was half the issue. I should have bought it. It was running and driving. I should have hopped in and started turning laps.
Where are
but
the tubs?
they were rusted out, so I cut them out, and I'm actually right now in the process of welding new ones in. That's
Yeah.
why I haven't really been
Oh,
driving.
here
it.
we go.
Yeah.
Bricks?
They're bricks, but they put like the clear lenses. That's the only thing
you
I hate
are
about them.
rich.
There it is in the booth.
Oh, here we go.
This is kind of its prime. I really stopped driving it after this.
Dude, this is nice.
Yeah, I kind of got to a cool point and just.
It's coming
Battles,
back.
that's cool.
It's coming back.
Where'd you
And
get
it's
the
NA or is it turbo? No, it's turbo.
Yeah, Bill K.
Where'd you get the shell
2871. It was actually running and driving. It was probably not far from here, somewhere in New Jersey. I don't know exactly where. We originally went to New York for an SR
It was like Queens.
cage,
I think it was Queens. It was
Yeah.
an S14. Like
caged SR, and this thing was an absolute claptrap. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad we did.
strip.
Yeah, it was
Every panel
bad.
was different colors.
And actually, I was just so hyped on getting 240. I actually gave the guy an offer. I was like $2,000 or something.
We're like, don't buy it.
Which
You still
for
offer the
now,
money.
For an SR car is crazy, but
yeah.
this thing was beat up. He's like, if I take off like the bumpers and the tail lights, you could have that price. And luckily, I walked away and ended up with this coupe out in New
Nice.
Jersey.
And that was a Z right there.
And that's a stock Z I got.
Dude,
and
is that a slick top coupe?
Yeah, it slipped out. Yep.
Manual doors.
Yep.
Yo, tell them what
Dude,
you paid
what?
for it. Tell them what you. So the S14 didn't work out in Queens.
I think I paid $2,500 for that coupe, and
Whoa.
originally it was like a little rusty. And I thought
think it was like Tom's River, New
I think I
Jersey or
overpaid
something.
for it at that time, but now obviously
Yeah.
as chassis prices went
Yeah,
way
now
up.
they're all
When was
Yeah.
that? When did you buy it?
2015,
No,
2016.
because we graduated in 15. I still had the Mark V GTI, probably 15. It was probably like end of 2016-ish.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
want the 13?
Yeah.
So it was a
Holy
while ago.
Yeah, it was a while. And then I did the whole, you need to strip the whole thing
Oh,
to
yeah.
build an FD car
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
actually drive.
Which
full
is what
build.
everyone does. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but we all
Yeah. Regret it.
Somehow everyone
Huge regret.
falls for that trap. But I feel like the more we bring it up on the podcast, I hope we're like helping people not strip
Yeah.
their
Keep
entire interior.
Yeah. Keep
Buy a
it
Z.
stock and just drive and progress a car with your driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you end up never driving and just it
Building a
sucks.
car.
Yeah, building
Dude,
a car. And
Yeah.
You never have enough money to fully build a car from the start, and then you're gonna be scared to drive it.
Yep.
Yep.
and you don't know what you're doing to your car because you've never drifted before.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
where
so you're doing stuff that you don't know how it's gonna feel. It's nice to put a part on after you know how to drift already, and you feel the difference. Maybe you don't like it. you
That's
know?
true too.
Maybe
Yeah.
you do like it.
A
I
lot of
feel
people
like-
just put the car together, FDF, angle kit, everything.
that's
Yeah,
what
dude.
happens, and then you take this thing that wasn't that cheap to thrash around, and now
Now it's expensive.
expensive.
And you still don't know how
You're
to
like,
drift.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude, I need to find a picture of this car because I swear to God, that's my coupe. I think
No way.
I had a slick top coupe that was from Virginia,
Fully
rust
stock?
free, fully stock.
Did you live? Is it a cul-de-sac?
I don't.
Did you live in
a
I
cul-de-sac
don't know
when you
what
sold
I
it?
did with it after.
No, he's
that.
saying
No, like
you guys
when you-
bought it from someone else.
Someone
Someone.
Okay.
But it stayed in Jersey, I think.
That's not your car.
It was a slick top, manual doors. There was only a little bit of rot. It was on the back right.
No way.
That's
Shut
it. Just
the
a
fuck
tiny,
up.
tiny bit.
I cut that out. That's what balances
and it was
No.
clean.
It's
it was
the same
clean.
car.
Yo,
Car.
try to think back and see more things about
Yeah,
the car.
what else?
I'm
Maybe
trying to
knows.
find a picture.
That'd be
I'm
wild.
trying. I'm trying. Because I swear to God, I saw it and it had a sill front when I sold it.
Oh, I didn't have
No.
a Sylvia front. It was
It was a pig
pop-ups.
nose.
It was completely
So
stock.
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
that the only reason why I'm trying to find another photo of it is because when I sold it with the sill front was wrecked. So I think they switched it back to pop-ups.
But you think it was never touched?
But and that's why I think the tubs are cut because
No,
it was,
I cut the tubs out.
was it macked?
It wasn't. Was
I
it
think
on the
it's a
front
stock
left? Was it on the
rat
front left?
support.
Someone macked?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know because my
Yeah,
front
it was
left
front
is definitely cut out. But I don't know
It was
'cause
the
my-
front left.
I'll have to say something because someone definitely cut the front left, like from the strut tower up. Someone cut that out and welded a new one in. But that'd be pretty crazy if someone took off a Sylvia front and put it completely back
Dude,
to
this was. I traded like a fucking pop-up front for that Sylvia front.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like this guy had that car though. I don't know if it was like a
That'd be
flip,
nuts.
but that would be wild.
That would be crazy. I feel like
Especially because you say the rust in the back right and it being wrecked in the front left.
Carl's
Two
been
of
trying to
those
find
things.
this
That's
car.
too
This
this
is
car
not-
was sweet. No, it was a nice
Yeah.
car, and I didn't appreciate it for what it was because like, it was a good car.
I kind of want to find my S14.
That shit is fucked. That
I
thing
know.
is gone. That thing is
All right, so
crushed,
my S14
chopped
got
up.
flooded in Hurricane Sandy, right?
Oh,
Had an SR
RIP.
swap, everything. I didn't want anything to do with it. So I was like, someone come buy it. I don't know what I sold it for, but it was definitely more money than you would have thought I would get for it for being completely submerged underwater.
When was this?
2013, whenever
Oh, okay.
Hurricane Sandy was. 2012, maybe. Someone bought it. It's like one of my dreams to just run into that car at an event.
But how would you identify that?
I could
I'm
know.
trying
I
to
would know.
identify this car with lens right now, and I can't even think of a
It
way
would be
to.
hard if someone painted it. It would be hard, but
I'm
I
trying
feel
to
like I
think
could
of
know.
something weird about it. Like
Yeah, small cues.
it was.
And I also
It's
I'm
just
saying it
another
right now on the
13.
podcast, hoping that maybe someone knows where this
Yeah.
white S14 Zenki that was flooded.
It was just another 13. I'm trying to think of. I have a video of a roller of it too, where I was driving it home from fucking Maryland, I think, and it was stock pig nose.
Pig nose.
I threw up in that thing. It was crazy. What the fuck? So hot that day.
That's your car.
It had nice carpet in there.
You have throw up on the side of it?
We gotta check for throw ups.
It has that smell. That's why every Nissan gets that smell.
Stop.
Every guy throws up in there.
Oh my god. So you didn't get a Mustang.
didn't
gonna
get a
keep looking,
Mustang.
hold on.
Got the Z, welded the diff, put the Fortunatos that came with it on it, GK Tech bolt-on kit, and GK Tech arms in the back to get my alignment right.
Yeah.
Took it to the Loop in State College, the notorious Loop. Oh, I know a lot of people have been there. I don't know if you've heard
The
people.
circle thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the that people film at where it's like kind of hilly?
Yeah.
Or no, is that a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
It
it's like
look-
fields around
Yes,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I've
we
seen
went
that.
there, seat time, free seat time, just show up and drive. It's awesome. You got to like know the guy, know the rules,
Okay.
check in with him, certain times and stuff. It's actually like they sold the property and there's going to be it might be gone.
Yeah, they're putting a highway through
Yeah,
it.
big
Yeah.
highway going to the
But it's
middle of
nice and easy to learn there. So we went there, got set up one time, and then we went to RSD. I think it was a July event, 2 days at South Course.
What year was this around?
This was 22, July
Okay.
2022.
Two
Right?
seasons
So
ago.
you've
was
been
it-
drifting the longest out of everyone, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So 2022 is when you started.
Yep.
Okay.
So we went to Poconos. We see Matt there, first event.
Is that where you guys met?
Craig?
Yeah. No, this is.
we met
this
at
man.
Poconos,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the first event. He was like kitted out, fresh wrap. You were all looking good on the serves. No bent wheels, no bumps, no nothing. Looking
Serves right away
clean.
too is
Yeah, his
fucking...
car is
His car is clean. Pull it up. That one's definitely.
All right. We
you
got to
should
pull
check.
that car up.
Yeah, black. When the Z was black.
Yeah. Wait, was that the first time you saw me? That's when you asked for the axle? When I
Yeah.
had the kit on?
Yep.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't
Yeah,
know
because
that.
we saw you
That was
there.
like right after refresh, wasn't it?
Yeah. If you scroll here, go to Hyper.
Because this really set the stage
scroll
for
all the way
like
down.
our cars, why we found Matt. I broke an axle on South Course. We saw Matt and we needed to find somebody with Z parts. So we looked for our favorite
going.
car and
going.
he had an
Alright.
axle.
Okay. There it is. Yeah, in the center.
Yeah, so this is.
I mean, that looks pretty good.
This
I
was
know
my
Frankie
car.
But I'm a little
That's-
scared to say that because it could be KBD on there.
You.
Nah, chill. This is back when KVD didn't make that kit.
Yeah. Fiberglass.
He's quick with it.
Yeah, the car looks pretty good.
I know you. This is,
I got
this
nothing
is,
against KVD.
this
okay?
is
I got
Frankie's speed right here. Like, that
Yeah.
shit
Yeah, it's,
is your speed.
It's hard to make a Z look good. I'm sorry, but
Just need some big chrome Johnnies.
Diablo, Bobby. Yeah, no, I think that kit looks really good.
yeah.
Did you
Is
guys
this
see
the-
the new
What kit
orange
is
one?
that?
That's the Vertex kit.
Okay.
Vertex.
Yeah. I mean, Vertex is probably fucking crazy expensive.
The
Is it like $2,000 for
the
that kit?
Vertex?
Like real?
Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah, the real kit's probably like more than $2,000 now.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
We got the
not a lot of people
Furtex. It's
had
the
the-
Furtex.
Yeah. The new Driftline kit. Yeah, it's we're trying to get them in our next Origin container.
They
so
look sick.
Are those gonna be? How much are those gonna be?
Probably not that expensive. Probably the same price as any other Origin kit, which is like 13. Right
Yeah.
now.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Really, for fenders and quarters too?
Yeah, is that with the fenders?
Hell
I
no.
was going to say.
yeah, I was about to
But
say.
is
This ain't no
13
KBD.
Is 13 like they,
To the
it's
door.
here, pick it up?
No, 15 would be picked up.
That's
Because
not bad.
No.
That's
13
reasonable.
would be plus shipping, and then you're going to be paying like 17. So, but when we sell them here, we charge retail. That way we can make up for the shipping them here. But yeah,
That
so
way
probably
Malcolm
15
can
picked up. That way Malcolm
not
can eat. But yeah, that car is nice. No, but Malcolm, bring it back up. I want to see their cars now.
Oh,
Because like that was a pass.
Well,
I want to see them
oh,
after
yeah.
they drifted for the last.
there was a
2 years.
period of
Yeah,
time
yeah,
where
if you
I
scroll
thought
up,
team
you'll
push
see.
really meant
Don't
literally
go,
they're
wait,
pushing.
go back down. Go back down.
to the push stage.
like all the way down where you were.
The
I don't have
push-
too many posts.
Oh, you mean
It changed a little
All right,
bit.
so
Alright,
we
so
met
the-
Matt.
yeah.
We met
Okay,
Matt.
all right.
Broke an axle, needed an axle. He hooked me up. We were going to be at Evergreen the following month or like 2 weeks later. So I was like, I'll get you an axle and I'll replace the one that you put on my car.
Oh, you know what? Go to the Team Push page actually, because we can scroll back and see the Evergreen days.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, scroll all the way
So
down.
we didn't drive South Course together because South Course, you have to be caged to drive tandems and A-Class,
oh, really?
like the road course at Pocono. Because you can enter like 70, 80 miles an hour.
Oh,
over
wait.
the bump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
They do the stack layout
Yeah.
that you can
ran,
tandem.
yeah, when you do a different entry, they start you from the other side. We ran the stacked layout, and allegedly we might have ran South Course one time.
Oh, yeah, by
cageless,
accident.
allegedly.
When Mike just happened to not look.
Yeah, someone might have let us do
Yeah,
it.
so that was the Evergreen days.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that there was a time when these cars looked haggard as hell.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Oh,
we're getting
yeah.
there, I guess.
Yeah,
No, that still looks.
No, look like
Not as
all
bad as
our
it
Nah, that's
doors are
early. You gotta
smashed
keep
in,
going.
like,
There was one.
I fuck with the yellow one.
You like the yellow?
Yeah. I don't know what it is about yellow Z's.
I forget that they came.
People
in
gave
that
me
yellow.
love on them, but I just didn't look at it, take pictures of my car. Like, I just didn't like it.
I feel like if you embrace the yellow, it's like a
Yeah,
fucking.
you would have to have obviously a body kit and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta embrace the fuck out of it. Like I'm a taxi.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a really cool yellow Z yet.
I haven't.
Yeah, like some
I
of
don't think
these.
so. I
haven't
this
seen
is
many
evergreen
cool Z's
here.
ever.
The middle one.
Like this one, yeah.
Yeah, you can see how banged his car is.
So is that where the name came from?
No, so we were
Just push into each other.
That's what I thought.
That's a
was.
joke, though. That's a joke.
when I drove Lentz's Z at that loop before I bought my car, and that's what like put the bug in me. And from that point, I listened to like every Goodest cast, one through everything, and we just kept trying to come up with a team name. Like we wanted a one-word name, like one syllable, and we kept listening for things that stood out to us. And like there's so many people that would come on and talk about pushing yourself, pushing their limits on driving, your speed, and we're just like, push. Like, why don't we just like we're not talking about pushing cars around the track. We're like pushing yourself, every day. Like, but I mean,
I
we
really
lived
like-
up to the name.
I like the
at
name a
first.
lot.
Yeah.
I like the name. I like
Yeah.
the exclamation point.
I love the sticker. Yeah.
So that came from like our bike crew, the exclamation point. We back in the day, we
Hell
had
yeah.
our bike crew, like our BMX crew, we called it exclamation, and we had an E,
Bro,
with like
What the
point.
fuck? That
Yeah.
would have been the best drift name.
Exclamation. I feel like that.
I
I,
like
heard that
push.
before.
Exclamation.
I like push too though.
Yeah.
Exclamation is fine.
Well, somebody
Yeah,
that wants to make a new team, exclamation.
Yeah.
That's a good
It's a
name.
good drift name.
Well, you put a lot of thought into it, and it paid off. I think it looks really cool.
Is that the one that
logo
And
looks
Jay,
Smalls did?
Jay Smalls, is that Justin's last name? Smalls, right?
Yeah.
I think
So
Justin
Excite
Small,
JP. Yeah.
Yeah.
We reached out to him, and we came up with a name, and he designed our logo. So we kind
Oh,
of like,
that explains a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. that
Hey, there we go. Hey, Jay Smalls.
yeah. That shit looks good.
Shout out Justin.
Yeah.
and
Frankie.
just he has hands in a new livery coming out this season.
Oh, yeah?
That's pretty sweet.
I
too.
love hearing
Cool.
other homies supporting other homies. Like
Yeah.
that was. I would have never known that Jay Smalls did that.
But now
But
that I know,
now that I know, I'm like,
yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
that
sense.
seems like
Well,
something.
when I saw you guys at that Twin Drift event, that's the first thing I noticed was the Z's didn't look bad. I was like, well, that's weird. And then
You're
the
a piece of
sticker,
shit.
the sticker on the back, I was like, damn. I was like, this is good. And then the driving, I was like, holy shit.
So that was you two, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was us too for the twin
Okay.
drift.
Yeah, dude, that driving was pretty good.
That honestly, that last lap of the day was probably definitely one of my best chase laps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
That was
sick.
a good
You
ass
guys were
day,
killing
dude.
it too. Like,
dude, we
Yes,
were honestly,
they
we
were.
were all
Killing
driving
it.
so good that I was like, fuck.
there was like 3 teams
Derek
that were
too.
fucking
Derek
killing it.
and Kyle were.
Kyle,
that was
yeah,
my
that's his
first day
name.
meeting Kyle.
Derek was they
Kyle
were
Busey.
they were killing it too.
Yeah, you know, I was actually supposed to go and drift with Kyle Busey, and he.
Oh, instead of Derek.
Yeah, I messaged him and I was like, "Yo, listen, he didn't have a car right now, so I was like, I need somebody to drive with." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm down. I'll buy the tickets right now." I was like, "Okay, me too. Let me just make sure I have nothing planned that day, you know." And then I asked my girlfriend, and she's like, "Your sister's wedding," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "That's
Yeah,
so
you
fucking."
can't really
Damn,
miss
he was
that.
already ready
I
to
was-
take off.
Yo, I was in my sister's wedding, like looking at all the videos from that they were posting from
Dude,
the
it
event,
was
and I was like,
mad nice.
It was a
"Fuck."
fun time.
It was
man.
nice as hell out that day, and then we had to like go for longer or whatever to go to the
Yeah.
sun was setting and
One more
shit.
time.
Yo,
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
made the rules
Last-
as we went.
It was mad good. It was such a fun time, and like, yeah,
And it was chill. It wasn't like
it was, yeah, like no
Yeah.
one was.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys
no
were there
one
last
wrecked.
year. If you last year for that same event, right? We went last year.
Yeah,
too,
Yeah,
right?
Front Street won last year.
Yeah, there was a crazy like rainstorm that went through.
Oh,
if you were there, you know exactly what I was talking
Monsoon.
about because
Quan knows
all the
about that.
tents
Oh.
were flying
Yo.
up. It
Oh,
was the
really?
craziest rain I've ever witnessed at a drift event. I
At
was like,
the
I should be
end,
indoors.
like, when
I
we're
felt like I was gonna
loading
go
the cars.
jump and fly up. Yeah, it was, I have
Dude,
a
it
video
was bad.
somewhere, but
damn.
Hell no.
Front Street won that one.
yeah,
Who,
it did.
Tom and Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Okay, that's cool. I guess.
Could be Frankie and Carl.
Oh, here we go. How long did it take? 30 minutes.
30 minutes, dude. Finish the fucking. Who was Nate?
Yeah.
Was like, so does he plan on driving this car this year? And we were talking about you were talking about Josh's car because we were
Yeah.
standing in front of
Yeah.
the 15. Then I was looking at your car and I was like, I don't fucking know
He's
anything.
like, I'm tired of hearing about it,
me-
so I don't even ask anymore.
Yeah.
Me and Josh think my car's gonna be done before his.
Ooh.
No.
I'm just saying.
Josh is literally paying you to do that, so you're
I'm
going to
just
do
saying.
that.
I'm just saying.
But the fact that Josh is going to finish yet another car before you.
He said, he's like, I don't know anymore. I was like, the goal was April for his car, but now he's like, I don't know anymore. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer. 'Cause
So-
he's trying to drive his other car too now. So
Is he planning to drive the S15 for SSE this year?
that's a good question. And I don't really know the answer right now. I think we'll know more in like a month.
Yeah.
When
Because-
everybody starts freaking out.
Coming quick.
Yeah.
I'm so like, so we dropped my car off to get a cage. Like mid-December, and we told him to take his time, because I had surgery. I had a carpal tunnel release.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
Holy shit.
You gotta show
My
the scar
hands-
now.
Yeah, I got my
fuck,
little
dude.
scar.
Wait, what? You had carpal tunnel like release? What is that? It was
Yeah,
that
so,
bad
like-
where they had to like
so,
hit
like-
you with a reset?
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak out.
What is that?
So I do like I sand wheels and fix a lot of like curb rash and corrosion on wheels. So I deal with like the vibrations a lot in my hands. Yeah.
You better watch it.
Hey, I
Yeah.
have a little technique for that.
Okay.
But,
I'm sure he
um,
did too.
I grab it with my elbows.
I do. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, but
nah, I
it-
grab like 3 rags and put it on the thing.
Carl
so I'm like
sands the car
fucking-
with his feet.
Yeah, you just switch it up.
A week. So I'm like coming up on 9 years of being with my company. I don't know if I want to shout them out.
All right.
No,
That's
no,
fine.
no, it's all
That's
right.
fine.
You look, man. Again, you could leave out
Great
whatever
place to
you
work,
want.
but I don't need to shout them out.
Perfect. Yeah.
But 3 weeks into it, probably, I started feeling symptoms of my hands just tingling all the time, like driving, drinking coffee, eating breakfast. My hands go numb within
Jesus Christ.
minutes.
Is it just
It
your-
was minutes. Then, like 6 months ago, it turned to like 30, 45 seconds. I'm holding something in my hands fully numb, like, and I'm sleeping. It wakes me up, like my whole way up my arm is just like burning.
How old are you?
27.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I got there. They did. I've been like talking about doing it for a few winters, and I was like, this winter I'm getting it done. I'm gonna do it every winter.
But you knew about this
because I work
procedure.
outside.
This
Yeah.
reset.
Yeah. So basically, there's a carpal ligament. Your nerve moves through that tunnel under the ligament, and when you build up scar tissue, this ligament gets thick and it'll rub against that nerve and compress it. So like everything flows. Like I have blood flow and everything down there, but like this side of my fingers kind of always numb, and like my tips were like numb. Like I couldn't pick up bolts.
Fuck, I'm
Yeah.
scared as
Imagine not
shit.
feeling
Yeah.
stuff with your fingers.
How do you avoid this?
So
That's a good
avoiding it, you could wear a brace.
Oh, don't show me this, Malcolm.
No, pull it up. Pull it up. Thank you, Malcolm.
So basically, you just
We're learning.
Yeah. See how the nerve? So you go like this. The nerve moves through there and rubs against the carpal ligament.
And they just cut that
So
out?
they just cut it and make a window. And it
Oh, they
literally-
bore
it's-
it out.
It's literally, it's not an upgrade, but I like to call it an
They're
upgrade.
giving you a
'cause
high
it
clearance,
won't
whatever.
come back. He said it won't come back. I can go back to my work. This is 5 weeks.
That's what they all say, bro.
5 weeks. He said that 95% of people, it doesn't reoccur. I'm already better. Like 3 days after, felt better.
He was playing the sim like that.
Yeah, like I had a Band-Aid on here. I waited 2 or 3, 2.5 weeks until I played. That was hard.
So they just gave it more room
So the
to
nerve,
do
so that
whatever.
they just cut it. See where that's red, like on right here?
Uh-huh.
They just cut a window in there, so the nerve doesn't rub against
So that
anything.
yellow thing doesn't touch
Yeah.
the white thing right there.
So like it didn't bother me drifting really because you're in a lap for like a minute and your hands are moving in different positions the whole time. But like towing, dude, it was a struggle. And like Saturday mornings after I work like a Friday doing wheels all day, like Fridays are my wheel days. Saturday morning, like eating breakfast, I'd have to like take breaks and like
He's like a 90-year-old man.
yeah, dude, it was bad.
That's what, like my one cousin who fucking like. This is gonna sound so fucking mean, but we make fun of him for it. Because when he'll eat soup now, he's like he was a computer.
Oh yeah, people that type a lot. If you
Yeah.
don't use like a wrist thing that keeps your hands like this,
The little
Yup.
pad thing.
it's from being like this.
Yes.
So
Okay.
like the
That's a
wrist
good-
braces put your hands.
That's a
like,
good way to avoid it.
flat.
He's a
Yeah.
few
You're
years
teaching
older
us.
than me though, and so back in the '90s when he was
Watch out,
doing
Malcolm.
this.
Where's the little pad? You
when
gotta
he was
get him a
doing
pad
it-
now.
was he bent up like this?
No.
Back in the '90s, I feel like when people were working in the office, they weren't really.
That's
they,
me.
They weren't
That's
giving
me
you
on the computer.
ergonomic this, that, and the third. Like it was just fucking. Here's your keyboard. Type right here. So now when he has soup, he's like fucking
yeah.
like this
That's me
really
anyway.
really
You
bad
got
and
the
like
shaking hands.
like really bad, and then yeah, sometimes it looks funny.
And you make fun of him?
Yeah,
That's terrible. All right, moving on.
They did
that's my older cousin. Like this guy fucking probably
It's okay.
gave me
You
a
guys
wedgie
make fun
when
of
I was
me
a
for
kid.
having shaking hands too, so that's fine.
I don't. I most definitely don't do
I'll
that.
tell you who does. Fucking Lewis. Every single time. All right, shaky. I'm like, okay, dickhead.
Is that Parkinson's?
No, I mean, it's been like that my whole life. I mean,
I'm pretty shaky
You
right
can
now.
kinda
From
see
That's
coffee.
not that
Just, like,
shaky.
Too much
Here,
coffee.
go.
So that's a different thing. I think.
I've been like this
Just, like,
my whole
jittery.
life, pretty much.
Can you hold? Can you guys hold your hands out like straight?
You can see
pretty
mine.
shaky.
You can see mine like trembling.
Yo,
a
who got
little.
this? Who got the less shakiest hand right now?
Surgeon hands.
Y'all make
I
fun
like
of
the
him.
shake.
That
Yeah,
thing's
you
not
gotta-
moving. Look at that.
Steady.
I could see it moving
damn.
slightly.
You got to learn to love the shake. Like, I like. yeah.
That's what. That's a
Like,
crackhead ass statement.
I'm serious.
have to be steady as hell.
You know that
so you
first
too,
lap,
yeah.
like first lap, go out, come back off track, and you're just like,
Get them jitters.
yeah, I love
So
the jitters.
So I was driving today, and you know
I
how
like
sometimes
that.
you feel like just. Now I'm gonna sound crazy too, but I'm driving and you'll just be like, you'll just hit like a fucking like like I just want to fucking like jitter something.
No.
Like I'm like
No.
like a fidget spinner.
Okay, so
kinda
I think
thing.
that I'm gonna get Parkinson's when I'm older. I think.
Wait. So you
I have this feeling where I'm like,
you just need to move
gotta-
your
I need
hand.
to move my
Like
hands
Tourette's.
and do something.
like Tourette's, yeah.
Dude, no, we have a friend.
Oh, he has a lot of friends with
No, like
some issues. Yeah,
different one.
it's a different.
That was the one kid.
What are you thinking when you are about
I'm
to do
just
this?
sitting there. Let's say I'm driving, and then I have an intrusive thought to just be like jitter around or something.
I think that's just your brain. I don't
guess.
think that's something with your body. I think that's you, because
Not
you're
fucking-
you're a very like you got to be moving. You got to
Yeah,
don't
ADHD,
even.
baby.
Yeah, but ADHD is a little different. There's like a fucking
I don't know, man. He might be.
I
on
think we're
some
just a
other
little
shit.
restarted. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Was that one?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
That's a
one.
good
I'm gonna
one.
fucking keep using that.
Yeah, I don't know. You think you have ADHD, or were you ever like told you?
Oh
had
no,
it?
I definitely fucking have that shit. I'm
Did they
pretty sure
tell-
everyone in this room probably.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah.
it's like a you need to have it. To
First
be
of all,
in
I think
this.
that shit's made up. Second of all,
No, it's definitely.
I think
not
it's made up too.
yeah,
I think that's just
that's some bullshit.
It's-
Oh,
Really?
your kid has ADHD. Oh,
Big
so my
pharma.
kid likes to like move around and talk.
He's a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So yeah, we're gonna have to medicate him. What?
No,
What?
That's how the name hyper came because I got people always tell me, oh, you got ADHD or something. Nah, bro, I'm just hyperactive. You know what I mean? Like
there
I
you
just
go.
like to move.
hyperactive. I like that.
But then
That's
you
Carl.
learn to use it, and it's kind of sick because then you're just doing like 20 things at once, and you're like, what the fuck is even going on
got
right now?
superpowers,
Like,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, guess what? It runs out,
And then what?
and then you're sitting there.
I've never seen it run out on
20,
you,
20,
motherfucker.
20 things that you were just doing,
Yeah.
all just sitting
Unfinished.
unfinished.
Oh, yeah.
And you're
Looking at
just
them.
sitting in the middle of the room of all of it, and you're just like, what do I do now? Like, that is quite literally what happened.
How do you? How is your sleep like? What's your sleep
Horrible.
like? Horrible.
Whenever I was
Sleep's
sleeping
important.
with somebody, like not like that
There you go.
inappropriately, but
Okay.
like they would be pissed because I'm
'Cause you would
literally
be
just
moving?
restless as fuck.
Are you're actually awake when this is happening, or you don't even you don't
I just
even
can't.
know?
It takes a while for me to fall asleep because I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do when I wake up.
Yeah.
No, I
if I
get
wake
that.
up.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I'm trying to
your
think of
brain's
what
racing,
to do
yeah, before you go to
next.
sleep.
Like,
Yeah, his brain is racing. Yeah, that's definitely
the
what it is.
worst. I've never ever slept before a drift event calmly ever. I'm literally
Yeah.
just sitting there like,
I don't think we.
You're way ahead
you know
of
what
my
I mean?
like drift
You-
schedule.
you just-
You said if the car's not ready the week before,
Yeah, you just call
you're
it.
not
Yeah,
ready.
right.
Yo,
Isn't
us,
his schedule
Friday
crazy?
Friday nights, you don't know how many times we're like, I'm just gonna bolt check my car and find something
I
catastrophic.
agree with
No.
that.
Catastrophic.
I do that
This
like
guy's
a-
like-
way before.
Yeah,
If
you're
it's
the only
not
one
ready-
that's like that.
I check my car at the track. You know that time. Wait, what? Nah, I'm not even joking. You get there, you pull it off the trailer,
Get a
and then
tech real quick.
yo, everybody's going to tech. One sec. I think we're good to drift today.
That's my luck. See, so it's happened to me where my luck right there is not there that day, and I will have to just put my shit back on the trail because I'm not gonna fix it.
So you never failed tech before?
I failed tech, and then I go home. I go home right away.
We're not making fun of you. We're saying we can't
No, that-
believe that you.
Dude, that's
You're that prepared.
that's the
That's
goal.
good, though. That's
I'm
good.
saying it's
That's good.
because I'm saying it's because I failed, or I don't like.
failing tech.
I know, not that. I don't like. I don't like that
wasting your day,
feeling
yeah.
where I'm like,
I don't know if this is
Oh
gonna
yeah,
I don't
you
know if
want
it's
it, you
gonna
want it
work.
to be calm.
I
Yeah.
need to
Like,
figure it out if it's gonna work, and then I'll be like, excited about it.
Yeah.
I can't be excited about it if I'm anxious as fuck about it. Then I'm just gonna freak out, and then I gotta fix it right away, and then I don't sleep.
I think most of us are just procrastinators.
That's
what it
sleepless
is.
night.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah.
ADHD, buddy.
No, you're not a procrastinator, I don't think.
You
No,
get it
I
done
am.
ahead of time. Wait, what?
You get it done ahead
That's
of time.
the
You're good.
only thing, and it's the one only thing in my life, bro. I will wait till my dying, like fucking, till the last amount of blood that my body can handle, and then I'll be like, fuck, I guess I gotta go to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm ordering tires 2 weeks before the event.
It's only for drifting.
Oh yeah, tires I'm a head on.
It's
Tires, I'm a head
horrible.
on. But
What are we
bulk checks
doing,
just
dude?
always end up bad. If you
That's-
don't check
you're
your car,
good.
there's nothing broke, right, Matt?
That too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
that mentality.
I pulled up to drivers' meetings on a flat tire without knowing.
Fail tech.
Yeah,
Damn.
and
That's that's a different
That
level.
wasn't. It wasn't just a flat tire. Like
feel that.
he was rolling up on rim to tech
the
inspection.
bead was not in place. It was like flopping. You know when it gets stuck on your car.
Wow,
it
you're
goes
really
flop.
serious about this. Show up and then check your car.
Well, that day, listen. All right,
I think
have
that was
some-
before the cars were painted, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it
before
was.
the cars were.
That was the
painted.
old stage.
That was the. We can go back
That
to that picture.
that was in before.
Yeah, yeah,
Dash
yeah.
air.
Yeah, it seems like there was an old push and a new push.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely a flip.
That's
switch.
good. That's good.
Yeah. I want to get into sim driving.
Okay.
Oh, was this okay? Is
yeah.
that a big part of how you guys learned how to drive with each other?
Huge.
Is the sim driving?
Huge.
We
part.
all drove before sim, right? You didn't sim.
No, I didn't sim before driving.
No, so when we started the team, Lentz was building a sim, and you slowly built your sim. Like you slowly got the PC, the shifter, all the stuff.
Yeah.
Because you went like, what brand's yours again?
I went Fanatec.
Fanatec.
I don't
Yeah.
recommend
That's
it.
what Malcolm has, I think.
Yeah.
I don't recommend.
It's
Wait,
always
what
falling
don't,
apart.
What don't you like about it?
I had to replace the e-brake already, and the shifter's always misshifting on me. It's like I have a broken CDO9. Every time second and third, it just misshift.
Well,
That's
it makes
accurate.
it feel realistic. You know?
that's a realistic
Oh,
part.
okay.
No, but if anybody's getting like into simming and stuff like that, I highly recommend Moza. I think it's cheaper than Fanatec,
Yeah.
right? And it like I've had no issues with mine. Only thing I have issues with is like the cables sometimes. Like I shift hella hard. You know what I mean?
Is it a
And they
3
get
or a 5?
messed up?
R3 or 5?
5. I think the R3 is like the little baby one. And then there's a 5, and then they have like some pro NASCAR.
Oh, the
F1
R9.
cars. Yeah, they have
That
like.
shit's expensive.
Carl's
Yeah,
got
and
some
they're
shit from
expensive.
20 years ago. That shit works.
You
all right.
liked it? It's broken now. I didn't want to say it, but
someone
after
broke it
that night,
someone broke it that night for sure, dude.
No.
That shit was wild.
Well, we
at
People
a
were
Christmas party
fucking
at my
that
house,
Well,
and
lo-
fucking just everybody was just on the sim,
Yeah,
and
I think
Logitech?
Lewis,
just running.
Lewis broke that shit.
Logitech
I'll
or
tell you that.
Thrustmaster?
it was a Logitech G25.
25. I'm on a
That thing was
29.
praying, dude. And
Windows
now
XP, it runs on
now the
Windows XP.
shifter is like dying. It died, so now I only have gear 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're both on the Logitech. You guys are
Yeah.
both on the 29, right? I don't know. I don't have.
Yeah,
Logitech.
so like Evergreen ended, you bought a sim and Lentz was just finishing his sim up. And I was like,
This was after our first season.
yeah,
of
after our
us
first
driving,
season. And they're like,
Mets wrecked
they're
up
in the group chat
thrashing
like,
up.
yo, you want a sim? You want a sim? And I'm like,
Yeah,
Not
they're
answering.
peer
I'm like,
pressuring.
yeah, they are
Spend
peer
money.
pressured.
and then I was like, next winter because I want to buy wheels for the car. I want to get the kit going. Like I want to look good. So I started doing those things, and my girlfriend at the time, now my fiance, she was messaging with Brendan, and she bought me a PC. So she
W.
hooked me up
W.
for Christmas,
W.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
shout out.
Hell yeah, there you go. Now you got both.
Yeah. So she's messaging with him, like, what should I get him? And my other buddy, Nick Williams. So he's like just an old time homie. We rode bike and stuff together and grew up together. But he's all about PC. So she got him, figured out what PC I need to run everything set up. And then Lentz bought me a wheel. So he bought me the Logitech G29 for Christmas. So I got two of the best
W,
Christmas
man.
presents,
W,
like
man.
W, man.
best Christmas presents of my life. I don't know how I'll ever repay them.
Yo, they probably had a crazy Christmas.
Dude, it was the
What
best Christmas
fuck?
ever. Like I literally was like almost in tears.
Yo, and shout out. Hold on, I gotta shout out the girls that invest into our. I
Yeah.
don't wanna say
Shout out to
bullshit.
all our
Oh,
women.
they're
Hell
troopers.
Yeah, they're troopers. They go
Troopers.
to every event with us. Like,
You know what? You might be the first person
To shout that,
to
to shout them out.
to
Yeah.
shout. That's
Yeah, no, for
fucking
real.
horrible. Yeah,
Yo.
God.
They put up with a lot. They do.
they do. We
Yeah.
drag them
Shouts out.
everywhere. Like,
My girl has been in a tent that has collapsed, and it's raining inside on an air mattress that's disinflating.
Oh my
You know what that
God.
is? And then waking up at like 3 a.m. at a drift event that you're like 8 hours from your house.
Yeah.
You just want to go home, you know. And she still comes to the next
Spends
one.
the
You
next
know what
8
I mean?
hours
Wow.
at the track,
It's just crazy.
filming for us. Like,
Gets you a game
yeah.
so that you could fucking do it at home.
yeah.
She's like,
Now
here.
she's fighting for time with me with the computer.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
you bought it for
Yo,
me.
I get
like,
the boot button. If I'm not
Sorry.
off at a certain time, I get
Yo,
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. That's crazy.
No, it's because if not, I stay up there all night. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Video
One more
games
lap.
are
One more
addicting.
lap. It's always one more lap.
Are you playing it on a screen or on?
So I play. So they bought me that stuff. I just hook it straight to my TV, and I'm not doing anything until something breaks. Like
Yep,
I got the
that's
Logitech
fine.
shifter, the Amazon e-brake, and the Logitech wheel, and I don't even download any other games. I just got Assetto, and that's it. So
I'm
we
a
went.
simple guy.
We go hard. Like so that happened for me, and then Yassi's girl. She hooked him up.
Yeah,
Got the
with the same
G29
thing,
too.
yeah.
Damn, y'all sponsored by the baby mamas for
Our
real.
girls are the best, man. They're the
Yes,
best, I
there we
swear.
go.
Get yourself
Yeah.
a good woman.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then
That's awesome, man.
I got a double monitor setup, but I don't like the way it is. So I
yeah, that
stuck-
sounds
yeah.
terrible because then it would be
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just it's weird. I gotta get like
3.
like it's like something in the middle that combines
Frankie,
the screen.
Damien, you ever see
that? 3
Damien's-
monitors.
Damien's setup is like
What do you
gold.
know?
Yeah, it's
You ever
cool
see
as hell.
Damien's?
Damien from Kuroshi. I'm
Yeah,
sure
his
it's
setup
probably
is
sick.
so
probably
nice.
insane.
It's
It
probably
is.
the best setup you could
I
ever
love the
have.
3-screen. I played.
See? All right.
I put the VR and played at Matt's house. For
Instantly
like an
got
hour,
sweaty.
I was like,
You're a VR
Oh,
person?
I
I
love
like the
the
VR.
VR.
Yeah.
VR is
Because
so
I feel like
good.
the VR gives you like a good, like everywhere you
Nah,
look.
I
Yeah,
get,
you're,
I
like,
get,
fully
I get like
immersed.
sick, man. If
I get sick in the real
Nah,
car.
If I'm on the sim and I hit the Penji a couple times, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I can't, man.
Dude, I don't think that's
I
a Sims
can't.
fault. No. That to me, that's conditioning. I do that every time. I allegedly rip the Benjamin until that light blinks, and then you sit there and you're like,
Locked in.
I'm going to throw up.
in.
I'm going to throw up. I think because I accidentally looked to my left.
Nah, the VR is like the real sim. Yeah, it's a sim rig. It's
It
like
is more
simulation. I put that thing on. I
realistic.
just sometimes I hop out the car and I just watch people go down the entry and stuff like that. I'm just like, yeah,
I do that too. Yo, yeah. I'll park up at turn 1 at U-Town and just like, yo, check it out. Check out my. Look at
You
my
could
screen.
actually get out the car and
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
around.
Not like you're fucking grabbing the door handle. You're just like walking
I
outside.
feel like
of
I'm
the
in
car.
GTA or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can look around, do whatever,
That's
look at the
crazy.
wheels. Like, it's kind of wild. If you had a big enough room,
Yeah.
and like if you're playing wirelessly, you could probably fucking walk around the whole car if you fucking
Yeah, walk
wanted
around
to.
US Air and stuff like that.
and
Yeah.
you had a PC when she bought
Yeah,
that because
I
he was on the controller. He was always running laps with
Yeah.
Matt, so I was the only one out. So I was fine with it though. I was like, I'll get it next winter. And then they hooked us all up, and then boom, it went from 2 people on the sim and you were on the controller to all 4 of us running like we go like 7:30 to 9 o'clock every night. Like
Dude, yeah.
We're hard.
At
Those
first it was
post
way
dinner,
later, man. We were up to like 2 in the morning simming.
when
man.
we first
All of
started,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, but
we were
that's-
on the
that's
faction
exciting.
one a little bit in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, we used to be in the faction
Dude,
Discord.
To post dinner, be pre-sleep. That
Oh, yeah.
window.
Oh, yeah.
It's popping.
It's
Everyone's
fucked.
on.
The whole content manager is just like
Yeah,
full.
everything's-
Everybody's
everybody's on.
simming.
Especially on Tuesday too.
Oh, Tam Tuesday.
Yeah, Tandem
Digital
Tuesday.
Gremlins.
Shout out Barry, the
Yeah.
best media
He
guy.
does run like a crazy dude. I can't play in there because there's too many.
Yeah, it starts
my
lagging.
PC's
Does it
gonna
lag?
explode.
Everyone's
Yeah.
good when he does the CG cars. Because I'm on VR. If he does N style or something, I want
The
to
swarm cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The swarm cars have been kind of struggling, I think, for some computers. But that's what helps with being on a single screen. Your computer doesn't struggle so hard.
why our one friend Diego's like toss that VR headset
Yeah.
out. Just put the
You
TV
just
on so
gotta-
you can play.
You just gotta set those neck effects right. I think I got them off a random YouTube video to get the neck effects to turn the angles you want and stuff.
That's where that's where like the screen.
The screen
will move like
will look
this.
where
Like
you're
it
looking.
looks ahead of the slide. But the
How-
people, so like simming, people say it doesn't work. I just think
That
you
shit
didn't play.
definitely works.
You didn't play enough. Like if you think yes, it doesn't feel like the regular car, but when you play long enough, you can feel in the wheel how the car's reacting.
Yeah.
It's the
Like,
same
and You
inputs.
learn to know what to feel for. You
I
might
learned how
not
to
feel
drift
the
from Forza
G-forces,
4,
but-
bro. That's
Yeah.
not a sim.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that shit works a lot better.
Okay,
Yeah.
so at that party that I'm talking about, I finally got to sit Frankie down for a hot minute. I just left him there.
I hated that fucking thing.
You liked it
No. I
compared to
didn't.
other ones.
I would say
They're tough.
the issue is
I
if
think it was the wheel, but
Yeah.
If you drifted before you try to sim and like understand how the car is supposed to react and hop in a sim, you're gonna absolutely hate it. You have to just you have to tough it
Hated
out.
the shit out of it.
You have to spend that 2 weeks and like learn how the sim reacts. And
how
once
weird
you-
is that though?
you
It's like
gotta
if you
struggle,
sim,
I wanted to.
you can get in a drift car and probably just drift the track.
Yeah.
But if
Feels
you do
better.
the opposite way,
Yeah, it's impossible.
You have to learn how to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You look
That's
like
so
an
weird.
idiot on view.
You fly off like you can't anticipate your speed. You're just boop, flying off the track all the time.
It's
It's
so
the
weird how it goes
wildest
one
thing.
way and doesn't go the other way.
I think
I-
it's because your brain is so used to like real life that
Yeah.
it
You're used to the
feels like a
G-force.
video game. I'm not gonna lie. When you play sim, it doesn't feel like everything doesn't feel the real like real.
Yeah, you don't have the feedback.
Yeah, but when you have the same controls and it's basically the same thing because you're hitting the gas, hitting the clutch, everything's the same. It's like that. It's like syncs. They kind of sync together.
It also
It
didn't help
starts
that
working.
Carl's e-brake was a button.
You know what?
Oh, yeah, you can't have the buttons.
It's
Space
that's
bar.
hard.
That's
The
tough.
space
Just
bar. Everybody
space
starts
bar.
with
You
the
gotta put it
space
on the
bar.
space
Everybody
bar.
Oh,
started
space
off
bars.
with
Mine is this little. It's like this the tiniest.
He's like press B. I'm like, what?
It's the tiniest red. It's this button right here,
So
Frankie.
you don't have to use it.
Carl's on there like
He's so locked in.
he knows exactly where that shit is. I'm like, what? So I sit down.
That's his rig. That's his rig.
I get Josh on there, and then I sit next to him. I go like this, and I have my hand on the button. I go, "Here's your e-brake." So I'm sitting there like that. And Josh is going,
You know what?
and I'm just hitting the e-brake.
Fucking dumb
And then he
as
comes in. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" I'm like, "This is the e-brake now." Like we don't have a choice.
I feel like I think the source of why it doesn't feel real. The only thing that feels the most realistic thing to me with simming is like when you transition and you go like that real
Transition
quick,
time,
and you're
yeah.
seeing the car move and like you get in the pocket or whatever and you
Yeah.
surge. The entry when you initiate and you turn in and you don't feel the car do that.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Especially
that's
end
what you're
style.
missing right there.
I think if I would have to like do it for a couple weeks. And then
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, okay.
For multiple hours a day.
Yeah. Like what? Yeah.
It's frustrating at
Honestly,
first. I didn't
sounds
think I'll be able to get it.
Yeah, like it was like, I don't know about this, but it's like set in your mind, I'm gonna figure this out because it's a tool. Like, look at these kids. Shout out Eric, like our little drift kid. What's it, Drift Kid
Drift
215?
2 something.
What,
Yeah.
he's 14?
15 now.
That guy's gonna
he drives
be a
with
driver.
Reese at Drift Evergreen. Kid shreds. The last time we were at South Course, he didn't spin out once. He's 15 years old. Like,
Wow.
What was I doing at
kid
15?
rips, and
Fucking
he's on the
jerking
sim.
off.
He's on the sim with us almost not as often as we're on, but he's on with us a lot.
Yeah.
He's push affiliated.
People that
push
don't-
affiliated.
Yeah, he's prospecting. People who say simming doesn't work, I don't. Those
You didn't
people
play
are
enough.
kind
That's
of
what I said.
ridiculous.
You didn't try
Yeah.
long enough.
You should
Yeah,
download
there are people
another
that-
game, bro. You should get BeamNG.
I
dude.
see people. Yeah, how is that?
I don't drift. It's not a drift game. It's a brain rot game.
Is it?
That's what I use it for.
You said brain rot?
Yeah.
Brain rot.
Okay.
Like I'll do something like
TikTok replacement.
That's some Gen
here's an
Z shit.
example. The one lobby I was in had ISs and trailers. So I put a hitch on the IS and I got a trailer.
It's like
Okay, this
and
is
then
the
I
kind
put
of
the
shit I
IS
don't get.
And then I put the IS on the trailer.
And you just towing that.
and I was just
People
towing
that
it
do
just to
farming
see if it would do it.
This is why I don't play video games.
Just to see if it would do it. Why?
'Cause
What
I'm
is
like-
harmful about any of that?
I heard about this one dude that we knew once. He's like, yeah, he's just been up all night playing a tractor trailer simulator. I'm like, excuse me? And then
That's-
and like try to explain it to me, and I was like, wait.
What about?
This guy's playing a video game where he just drives a tractor trailer across the country.
Two different things. Two completely different
Farming simulator. You're
That's-
gonna see
what the
people
fuck are we
playing
doing?
that.
That's I've never played that, but it
crazy.
sounds fun.
It's like, why don't you just get a
It'd be
CDL
fun,
and
bro.
go make some fucking money?
yeah, doing the same
Bro.
shit.
I am not hauling nothing.
But it's not even fun though.
Okay, how about this one? Sometimes we'll be driving. We'll see like a random hill on the side of the road. I'm like, yo, Quan, park in front of that hill. I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna see if I could jump over you. Can you do that?
Dude.
It's tractor simulator. Or
I mean, when you're playing with friends, maybe it's a little better.
it's fun.
Well, both of you just in the tractor trailer driving to California?
No. I mean,
No, he's
We got
jumping
a big
over.
load in the
love it.
back.
no.
Like,
in
what?
beam. You know, like it's and,
So what? So Beam is like, what do you?
and it's soft body physics, so it like crashes.
There is
Oh, that's
drifting
the
in
crashing
Beam, though,
simulator
right?
game
It would
thing?
crash. Yeah, it would just the body.
But it is a
crumbles.
drifting
Is this the thing
No,
where
it's
like
not
at
a
all.
drifting thing.
you ever
Okay.
see like the clips on Facebook where it's like
Yes.
Yes.
how long will this car last off this jump? And
Yup,
they
that is
send-
the one.
They send the Land Rover. They
You
send
would
the
love
Audi
it.
TT. Like,
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
just jump cars in this game? That's
No,
right.
you can do
It's
whatever you
addicting.
want.
But drift.
You could go off-roading in there. Fucking, I got a koi in the game.
Okay, well, this-
missions.
Yo, IS with the coil on the back.
Oh, I see. I haven't tried to do it reverse like that. I've tried to do it IS, Koya IS.
You're going to the
Koya,
trails. You gotta
Koya.
take the. How you getting the coil to the trails in case something happens? Gotta put
Right.
it behind the IS.
You're right. Fuck.
But what's up with the GTA shit too? Because people be telling me they have like full-time jobs in that game. So like, what is,
Oh yeah.
You guys are grinding for
I
a
did
little
not.
bit.
Yeah,
you guys
GTA,
were on the-
weren't you?
on the
I told you
casino
about what
tables,
happened
weren't
with
you?
that,
I
right?
think you told me, right?
We got blown up by the moderator in the fucking game and robbed by him, put in jail by him, and we were like, dude, you literally just told us how to play this game, and then you just arrested us.
You guys had like
So
a
we
huge
quit.
trap operation going.
We quit.
Wait,
quit,
you
bro.
guys
We-
drug dealers?
Yeah.
And they'd be in the casino, right?
Yeah, hitting the casino every day.
But then there's motherfuckers in that game that are police.
Yes, that's who we got arrested.
So they work a full job. They get home. They go, all right, I can't wait to be a cop tonight
Well, they probably don't have it.
on a
They probably
video
hate their
game.
real job.
Yeah, they probably hate their job enough where that is their escape, dude.
Maybe
I
they're doing
remember-
it while working too.
Yeah.
Our
Maybe.
friend Nick was like, I had to get off that shit. I'm like, why? He's like, I can't do that job anymore. I'm like, job? It's a video game, bro. What are you talking about? And he's like, it's just too stressful. I'm like, what are you doing?
Bro, that's a worker right there. That's work ethic.
Yeah, like I'm like, what is going on? But it's just so weird to me. This
You guys
whole
ever
like
play
having
that?
full-time jobs and video
I
games is
played
weird.
GTA on what PS4, but
Normal GTA is great.
I'm waiting for the new one. Maybe I'll get hooked into that. But I don't even look at when we get on the sim. I don't even look at it like a video game. Like I always say, I'm going
It's
to
like
the
that
gym.
gym
I'm going to
Yeah,
the
that's
gym.
different,
I'm
yeah.
going to put in some laps.
Dude,
like,
dude, on a solid sim session, I'm
Oh, shirt.
oh yeah, you
I'm
gotta have the
after, yeah.
fan.
dripping in
You gotta
sweat.
have the fan, especially in the summer. Like
Yeah.
yo,
I'm
Matt's up
butt
in the
naked.
attic. He's up in the attic playing in
Hot.
underwear, sweating,
Grinding.
on his
And he's
underwear.
gonna get them laps
Yeah,
in.
you got the dogs out on
Dude,
the pedals.
Yeah, they grip the pedals, dog. That's how I.
He's like
you know what I
SpongeBob
mean?
out there.
On
Like,
VR, your sweat just be going around
Oh
that
my,
motherfucker.
bro! I be having to take it off.
Dude, it's so bad. Frick, it's bad, dude.
Yo, and I don't have it set up. So like every time I'm going to switch tracks and stuff like that, I have to get up and like the cables like not that long, and I'm like here. I'm trying to change my sim where you tune it, and I'm
Yeah.
like this, looking on the side.
yeah, for me, I got the perfect cat tree. So I put my keyboard on the bottom step of the cat tree. Then I put my
Oh, you're
mouse
talking
pad.
about the thing that the literal
Yeah.
fucking.
You know
I'm
what
like,
I'm talking
what's
about,
a
like a
cat
cat
tree?
climbs
This shit sounds like the Matrix. You know the Matrix.
I don't
They're all
have like a
plugged in.
keyboard holder or a mouse holder, so I put the cat tree beside me, and I have my keyboard. And then when I have the chat up, I can type real quick.
That's
move my
That's
mouse.
got to be the best one.
So
Wait
I
till
can-
you could just plug your head in, and then you could just think about it and you type it. That
No,
shit's gonna be crazy.
not gonna
that'd be
happen.
wild.
Oh, it's gonna
Not to
happen.
me.
It's
Coming.
coming.
We'll be dead.
But I pull a little drawer out in front of the like my wheel goes under my desk, and I pull the drawer out and I just lodge the keyboard like this. So I'm trying to type with the headset on. I'm like,
Like pulling it
so
up, looking
weird,
underneath.
dude. It's,
Oh yeah.
it's actually. Have you ever tried to fucking
What?
watch Netflix on that shit? Or
On the.
On
wow,
the VR.
wow, you're.
Yeah, I was like, what? What are you?
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you about. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, nah. Yeah, he's a horny guy, bro. Look at him. You fucking with the VR like that?
It was one time.
Once
upon a time, bro.
It's not what he thought it was.
What was it like? What was it like?
Everything's in your face, yo.
Okay, well, hey, I would have did
Is
it
it
too.
on a do you have to download that shit or
Yo,
like?
it's just on you.
We get the mic
On YouTube. Nah, bro, we're not gonna. Yo, all the mics.
He's thinking back to what he was
He said,
watching.
nah, it's on you porn. That's
Bro, there's no way we're about to get into this right now.
no, we don't
Yo,
have to.
I forgot what it was. It was just like you could just go on the website, yo. It
Yeah.
was, I don't know what the website was. It was like on a quest, I think it was.
I seen those
Yeah.
videos.
You went on a quest
Yeah,
or
I
like
think
oh
so.
the headset quest.
Yeah.
It's like it's on the headset. It's like one of the.
He
One
went
of the
on a
options.
quest. He went on a fucking 3.5 mile quest, bro. You had to walk it, find it. There it
Anyone
was.
ever play Skyrim?
That's an old game.
Nah.
Is that old?
Yeah.
Nah, what is that?
Oblivion is an old game.
What is that?
Oblivion was like the first one. Skyrim I didn't play, but Oblivion was like the, I
look
don't know.
like
You're like a
you look
fucking.
My
you look
oldest-
like a fucking Skyrim guy.
I tried it, but
I had buddies that played like RuneScape. That was probably like my
Nah, that
oldest
was
version
a
of
time
stuff.
to be alive. We
Yeah.
didn't have anything else.
what is
Yeah.
that? Is that like a
RuneScape. It was like
What was it, like a
swords and stuff.
modern
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Are you
like
kidding me? You don't know what
Minecraft-ish.
RuneScape was?
Nope. Malcolm, what is Oblivion considered? Like RPG? Is that what it's?
RPG.
Okay. Yeah.
RuneScape is like a MMO.
MMO.
Yeah, man, it's a momo.
What's-
What's
What is
a
it, Mel?
MMO.
Massive multiplayer online and then RPG. It's like they combine them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but then you're sitting there and you're like, wow, I'm a fucking loser. Like, that's just what goes through my mind. And then I'm out.
My neighbor growing up, shout out Kyle. I wonder if, God forbid, you fucking listen to this shit.
I'm talking
but
about,
I
like,
know
RPGs and
He
that
bought
shit.
a house with grinding out accounts. Like, he would make an account, do whatever the fuck it
And sell
entails
it.
That's wild.
to grow the account and sell the
That's
account.
totally
On
different.
what game?
Has a house.
On what game?
That's for
RuneScape.
lazy people that
RuneScape.
don't want to achieve
But
the
like
game,
old
so they
RuneScape.
just take the levels.
Yeah, people do that.
Like when it first started, like where you went into the wilderness and everybody killed you or whatever.
I
That
don't
was a
even know
weird
what that
game.
game is.
It was the most
Weird as hell.
boring game, in my opinion, that was early where you could go, yo, I'm getting online, bro. That wasn't Xbox Live.
But just to come back to Sim, I think that's what's crazy because like we grew up like wasting our time playing Call of Duty. Like they're
Don't get me
just sitting
started on
here
that shit.
hours on a Seto. Like the only way
Yeah.
to keep
Yeah.
up is by joining them really and just trying to get the Seto time too.
Yeah, and like traveling to drift, you're nervous about driving a new track.
Yeah, that too.
But like we just took a trip to Alabama, and for like we would drive Mid Pond and we would drive Driven Luck on the sim, but we went really hard when we had this Alabama trip laid out. We're like, all right, we're gonna drive these tracks hard on the sim until they're annoying. So when we show up, first lap out, we're linking the track, like not running doors, but
Yeah,
we're driving
throw it,
closer.
yeah.
Like so
Yeah,
we
it's
won't,
a lot easier to drive once you've driven there, I guess, in the simulation world or whatever.
Dude,
you figure
In
out
the
the
Matrix.
lines. Like
Just-
the biggest
just
thing
the
is the
line,
line.
yeah.
Just the line. Like Driven Luck just did an update too. Like shout out Driven Luck. If you have the means to get down to Alabama, go see
That
these
track
guys.
is
Yeah,
sick.
It's
dude,
so
it's
Coy
so
and,
sick.
I forgot the other brother's name. Coy and
Put me on the spot.
I know, I forgot. I'm sorry,
He's
but they're
awesome,
really. I met him at Mid Pond first.
Yeah.
and I
So
was,
there's 2 tracks now in Alabama that are.
yeah,
so
there's
we
that
went.
Mahon looking one that you guys went
Oh,
to.
okay.
Yeah, we stayed in an Airbnb halfway, so like we couldn't go to the one track and not hit the other. They're about like 3.5 hours apart. We stayed in an Airbnb in the middle and we hit the Mid Ponds further south. So we went there first Saturday, stayed at the Airbnb Saturday night. Sunday we went to Driven Luck and drove home.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
So we get 2 tracks.
But we went right out there and like, dude, the lines translate like right around Mid Pond.
1000%.
Everything.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's really cool being able to like train. It feels like we're not wasting time the way other people are on video games. It's like
yeah, no,
going to the
simulation
gym.
driving is definitely not a waste of time.
I
because
hate
it's working.
explaining it like that to people, but yeah, it kind of is kind of going. It's pretty active. You burn calories. Crazy
Yo,
You sound
on that
nerdy
bitch.
saying it, but
Like for fucking
tour.
hours, you're playing, sweating. You're definitely getting.
the ultimate challenge is gonna be someday when we go to Japan if there's translate, because we spend a lot of time on like Mahon and Bihoku.
yeah, Byuko.
Like
Yeah, where are those?
I mean, look at
the people that went, they are big simmers, right?
Dude,
Diego.
like Diego
Diego.
and them when they went, Diego was like, "Yep, this is exactly the same."
That's where I met Diego. Was at that track.
Oh,
really?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
he told me he was just like, "Frankie."
Yeah, he's like, "What's up? I'm Diego. I'm Carl's friend." I'm like, "Oh, what's up, man?"
Yeah, I think he said. Frankie told me I looked a lot more normal than he thought. That I would be."
way. What?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You gotta remember what you say to people sometimes.
That's crazy.
That's what he said.
I might have said that. I don't know.
Yes, you definitely did.
Hey, man. But he drives really well.
They all drive well.
yeah, like they went out there. And, dude, that's the ultimate dream. Like, how long were they out there? A couple
I have
weeks,
no
right?
idea. They fucking created a life out
Dude,
there.
that's
When they were
awesome.
out there, I was like, yeah, I don't know if they're ever gonna come back.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how you all managed to go down there and like do all that. Meanwhile, they're over in Japan for like a month.
Buying
Dude,
cars
doing
in
just
Japan.
whatever,
Yeah.
buying cars,
Streeting
traveling
them?
around, just doing stuff.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
guys could.
That's the dream.
Anybody can
Someday,
do that though,
yeah.
which is wild.
Oh, that's a goal for sure.
We were all in the group chat listening to them plan it,
No, I'm good.
find everything, coordinate everything. Like that stuff all takes effort, and they just put in all the effort.
It's definitely possible.
Dude, and the green car that was there, I don't know if you met him as well, but that's our other friend Brad, and he just drives like fuck.
That clip of him on that guardrail.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
fucking
Insane.
crazy.
Night too.
Shout out
Yeah.
Brad, I miss Brad.
Do you know the guy who lives there that listens to the podcast?
what?
There was a guy that lives in Japan and he was there and he flipped his shit.
Tim.
Oh,
Yeah,
That guy was
He
cool.
fucked his shit up.
Yeah.
Hey man, Tim, I miss you, buddy.
Yeah, we're like looking out. We're like, oh, yo, oh, shit. And we're like,
Yeah, that was
the guy
Tim.
we just met.
That was Tim.
I was like, oh my God, that car was nice.
Well,
Damn,
you
bro,
flipped it on
blowing
that.
him up. Don't fucking.
I mean, it was,
He was sending
he was
it.
stoked.
Was on entry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Hit the
everyone
dirt.
flips a car in Japan at some point. It sounds like.
And they seem excited about it, so I
That's
don't
kind
know.
of a cool bucket list
it's like
to say.
it's like a
Yeah.
Flip
baptism.
a car in Japan.
If
I'd
they're
rather not.
good, if he's okay and healthy and all right, comes out unscathed, we're all laughing about it, you know?
Yeah, I remember like walking up to him. I was like, damn, you fucked that shit up. He's like, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool.
He's just getting negative as hell with everybody.
Yeah, I was like,
damn, man,
you
that thing is
fucked your
messed
roof up.
up.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool.
People
That-
that are in Japan are crazy though. I was watching Shirts Tucked In. I don't know if you guys watch him. He lives
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
You seen that big? It was like an S13 with a radiator on the roof or something like that, or an intercooler. On the
Intercooler?
roof.
Yeah.
And it had like the
I seen
piping
that.
going all the way past the windshield.
Yeah.
Like, all in the where you have to see.
Yeah, you ever
That's
see
pretty-
something like that?
No, I have not.
Yo, that rear-mounted intercooler. You don't know about that?
I know. I'm just trying
that
to catch
shit
up
looks
on
crazy.
this. Dude,
The roof-mounted intercooler.
the rear-mounted turbo thing
Oh,
with
that's a Z
Z's
thing.
is weird.
Yeah.
With Z's, yeah, they
it
do
is.
that a lot, right?
Yeah.
I think
saw
someone like released a kit, like a
It's
cheaper kit.
It's cheaper to do because it's basically you're not doing anything with the headers or a downpipe. You're kind of just inlining it in your exhaust. So you just take the muffler off the back and slap the turbo under there.
Nah, really?
Yeah, that's the
Dude,
issue.
That's
Have you
literally what it
seen
is.
like a SRT8 Jeep? They do the same thing where they'll
No,
stick turbos under
Malcolm,
there.
can you please look that
Yeah.
up? I'd rather see it.
Some drag Jeeps, they're like stock everything, and they'll just slap a turbo on it and tune up the boost. Yeah.
Because this is how this happened. I was in the IS. It was stock still. It was during COVID. I'm driving, and I swear I saw like something in the back that didn't look like a can, like a muffler.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like a Lambo
what the
turbo
fuck was
setup.
that? And then I look closer and closer, and there's just a turbo there.
Those are under the fucking middle of the car.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Those are
some-
right by the transmission.
I've seen there's this other guy that he drifts at West Virginia a lot, and he actually cut his gas tank in half, and like put the turbo right like near the gas can,
Huh.
the gas tank. But it's similar, like it's underneath the car. I've seen people where they put it like by the transmission, but that's like real tight there.
I love how the air filters are down there too. Like that's where
Yeah, that's
a
that
good
shit
spot
is
for
fighting
that.
for its life.
Driving that shit
Wait,
in the
right there,
There's
the
SRT.
one with the arrow. Yeah, yeah. See, so that's something. But on a G37, I saw it on
Holy
the street,
shit.
and I was like, "What the fuck did I just see down there?" And then I heard it. It was boosted. I was like, "Holy shit."
747
Yeah.
SRT.
they're trying to look like Lambos.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Whistling diesel.
Will that really? I mean,
I don't know. I didn't
shit.
do
If
any
you had an
research on this.
exhaust leak, you're losing power.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder
I
what
feel like
crazy.
you're
What's like the
already
boost lag
lagging.
like with that?
Yeah, that's what-
long
that's what I
intercooler
think,
pipe?
I've
too.
heard that. See, so I looked into it and tried to find information on it, and people fight that there's not really a lag because it's gonna have to travel out the exhaust anyway. But then some people are like, I mean,
All I want to say right now is if those setups don't have any turbo lag, everyone can shut the fuck up about you need the high mount intercooler. You need
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
oh, is that what it?
They always say that like you need the short intercooler pipes. Meanwhile,
Mine's got the short
Z
intercooler.
only
Yeah, I
has
did
all the way
that
back.
because
that
everyone
kid.
had me convinced.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get rid of your
Meanwhile,
lag.
everyone's got turbos in their
8 feet.
trunk. Yeah, with like 40 feet of fucking aluminum
well,
piping.
these shits have fucking displacement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like,
yeah. So for
so
something like this,
3.5.
you probably won't even notice like what it would be. But if you had that turbo up front, it would probably be crazy.
There's someone I know, Chris Coleman. We hosted like a little comp. He's a real big sim driver. He drives in real life too. He's got a green Z. I think he drives like Richmond a lot. He bought a side by side. Now he's a big side by side guy. So he's like out of drifting a little bit, but he still has the Z. But he has one set up like this, and like
On the Z.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying the side by
Yeah,
side.
that's what I was.
That would have
whoa.
been
No,
some
he-
Tony Martin shit.
Yeah. So how does he like it?
He likes it. I mean,
Do you know what turbo it is?
I don't, but he goes through tires. So we always talk about wanting to like add nitrous or add boost to our cars, but like the
Yeah.
Z's, dude, they just
Hell
out of the
yeah.
box, they have the power, and we can go to like Summit or Pocono South Course and run one set of tires all weekend. Like they're seat time cars. You put the eBay aluminum rad. We don't even have coils up front. Like aluminum rad, oil cooler, power steering cooler. These cars go. Like you just got to keep them cool. The power steering pumps will blow if you don't do a power steering cooler. They're gone.
Yeah.
Oil cooler adds extra oil to the system.
Yeah, it's super simple setup, honestly.
our cars are real basic.
All of our cars have the exact same thing. I feel like it helps a lot with driving too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like
So
Matt
I-
had the GK Tech off the bat. He
Yeah, and
had
it was
GK
harder
Tech
for them
stuff.
to, I guess,
You could
like,
tell
do
in
what I do.
videos, like
Yeah.
following you, like us having less angle.
We just had the bolt-on kit, and he had the upper and lower control arms, so he had a little more angle. So then we all got the GK Tech kit because we want to drive well as a team, and we think that if you set them up the same, they're going to drive the same.
That's
Yeah,
probably why you guys look so good together too, because the cars are
I mean, down to the alignment
Identical.
spec.
Yeah,
the
they're
cars.
pretty. They're
Yeah.
identical.
And-
Cookie cutter.
and keeping the engine stock. Like if one of you turbos or something, then
Yeah.
you all have to do it. And then
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like,
That's literally what happened. I got a 3.9 like Nismo diff, and I was
yeah.
like, "Yo, this is so good. You guys
We're
have
on
to
the
try it."
3.5.
And now you guys just got the 409s.
Yeah, we just got the 409 final drive from Z1 that we're going to have in, so we
Okay.
can like use third.
What
So
was
yeah.
it was 3.5 is the factory one?
3.5's factory for a manual, and then a 3.3 is automatic.
Because I have a CD2, but I have a 3.9 in mine. So now I'm like, dang, so it wasn't too far off from like a Z's gearing.
Yeah, the Nismo
Really?
diff is a 3.9.
Hell yeah.
Everyone says like Hayes, Matt from Hayes, and everyone they say the CD 409 is just the formula with the CD.
so you said the Nismo, so like the Nismo Z.
Nismo Z's came with the
Came with
3.9.
it.
That's
Okay.
what he has. Like he
Yeah.
found a Nismo diff and has that 3.9. So
I
we'll be
love
on
how-
409 and he's on 3.9.
I love how that's Nissan's way of upgrading the car. Yeah, just throw a different rear end in it.
Yeah.
And I think it's fast.
Is that
Like,
really?
Change up the gear.
Yeah, that's what
I
they
mean,
do.
it makes the whole car feel different.
I mean, you're not in like fifth gear drifting, so you do notice a big difference.
Yeah.
Like it was a big difference from.
you have
I think I
usable
had a-
third gear.
Yeah, I had like a 3.5, and going to a 3.9 is so nice. I can use third gear. It's actually useful because
Like we enter in third, but we can only drive in third somewhere like Summit. You got to be going like 70 miles an
Yeah,
hour
it's, like,
if you use
uncomfortable.
third. Other than
Yeah.
that, it's just banging limiter on second because third just balls.
Sounds like an SR20.
Yeah.
Dude, stock rear end.
Third, I want to do third gear on that main, like
The backy corner at Summit.
yeah, after the backy corner, there's this
Oh, the
really
main
long
long
one. It's like a
stretch. Yeah,
third gear, just
it's fast.
But you
That's
have-
the
you're-
fastest
you're
I've
in
ever
third
driven.
a lot, I feel like.
I have to because second gear 3.9 with the
Yeah,
thing. It's
I
just fucking
remember.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's a 1J, so I just fucking just.
Let her eat.
Chris Xenophone, is that how you say it? Xenophone?
I have no idea,
Nice.
but that's how it looks.
Yeah. He's
I met him
on the
the other
409,
week,
and we
yeah.
see him at,
Yeah.
or maybe it's a 408, who knows. But we see him a lot at Poconos and stuff, and he told us, like, it's the best thing you can do. So he's more entering in fourth, driving in third. So basically, it just pushes everything up a gear, and I think third gear is longer, so we'll have a longer range of power.
Is that car a NA car?
Yeah, his is
D,
I don't know if it's a D.
HR? I don't know a lot about it. I just know it's that purple one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys, are you guys all DEs or like what is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
D.
Oh, okay. You're all
Oh,
in the
yeah.
same engine too.
That's why they all
Yeah.
run good.
yeah, D's are good.
I heard that is the formula.
Yeah, let's hear about this because I don't really know too much about.
Is the HR bad?
Well,
I thought
people-
that was a good one.
I think
Yeah.
the people that like the HRs and don't like the DEs are like the takeover type of people. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
Because they
And,
just
like,
think it's better. Like the
yeah,
engine's
like
newer.
everybody tells you, oh, when you buy a 350Z, make sure you don't get the DE. Like,
yeah.
there's
But
no
when they
main
blow
reason for
up,
that.
I mean, we can go get another $600 DE where HR is what? How much is the HR going for? $1,500 or something?
probably
like
like $2,000,
Yeah.
$2,000,
So,
something like that.
Yeah.
For a VQ.
Yeah,
So what? 30 horsepower? It's
I think it's like 30
yeah,
more
I don't think
horsepower.
It's worth it.
Which one was in the car the longest? The DE?
Yeah, the DE.
2003
yeah,
to 05.
03 to 05, and then they went to Rev Up in 06, and 07, 08 was HR.
So Rev Up was only 1 year?
Yeah,
1
well,
year.
Rev Up, I think it was 05, like a certain 05,
okay.
and then it was 06, all of them were Rev
And the
Up.
Rev Up and the DE, are those compatible with each other or not really?
You have to get a NATS delete or a NATS for the ECU. I know that because I went from a HR chassis and just put my DE in it.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It
It
was-
wasn't a wiring thing too with
Yeah,
those?
it was actually pretty simple with just getting John Kerr to do the NATS delete on the ECU.
Okay.
But I personally would avoid going the Rev Up because if you already have the Rev Up chassis, you can only you can't just slap a DE in it.
Yeah, you have to put a Rev Up in it. Like the Rev
Yeah.
Up is like they have like VTEC basically.
Oh,
And,
okay.
like, but you lose. I think you lose that power somewhere like in the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it. And if you like, say you blow your rev up, good luck finding one first of all.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
only
it's
in
only 1 year.
And
exactly.
if you do find one, it's probably gonna be like $3,000, which is fucking stupid.
So the one you don't want is a rev up.
Yeah, you don't want the rev up.
If
Yeah.
you end up with a rev up, just swap a DE in it and get the nets, tune on the ECU, and call it done.
So you can swap a DE into the rev up chassis if you need to, though.
Yeah, but
You
you
can,
need to
yeah.
do the
That's what I
wiring
did, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
right now, I'm planning to look. Hopefully, I bought a cage for not a cage. I bought a shell for my car that I'm gonna be reshelling over this off season. But it's a really bad shell. Like it was really rusted, and I didn't know it was hit. And actually, the
Things
the
crumbled.
it's crumbled. You can see the
What's wrong with your-
transmission
Wait,
tunnel.
Wait, which one's the
you're
bad
putting,
one?
You're putting it in this?
All right,
Okay.
so remember the old pictures?
Yeah.
So I have
Alright, think of that.
I had a clean car, which was that black one with the nice wheels.
Yeah.
Slowly beat it up, and it's twisted. Like the whole rear end is smashed in, or whatever. The frame
Doesn't
is pretty
latch.
fucked up. Yeah, nothing latches. There's a picture on my account of my hatch just flying up. It was at Vibes. They were doing like the backy comp, and my hatch flew up and shattered.
Oh god,
I'm
those
like-
things are heavy too.
Oh my god,
Dude,
those
why?
things are
Yeah,
so
those
heavy.
are
way
heavy.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, slight flex. I moved one all by myself the other day. You know what I mean? I walked about like 5 feet with it. The doors too.
Thank you.
The doors too are heavy as hell. But anyways,
Yeah, those doors look heavy.
I got this white shell that I was gonna be swapping into. It's another DE, so it's gonna be easy. But it's like all messed up. So hopefully I'm going to look at a shell that's
Oh, so
already
you're
caged.
not gonna do it now.
Well, no, I need to. I
Find
already
another
threw the
one.
car away.
Oh.
I threw the old one out and everything. So
Okay.
I'm finding another one this weekend. I'm going to look at one that's already caged.
Okay.
So that'll save me like having to get a cage and stuff like that. Cause
Yeah.
like the gear change for them, the cages for us, all the like
Yeah, it's
things
kind of a
we
big
need.
winner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna hopefully.
Dude, everybody's kind of cranking this winter.
Yeah, like last winter is when we came out with like our kits and wheels and paint. This year, we want to like be able to run tandems at we want to be able to run tandems at all tracks once they allow us to. Like obviously we got to earn our spots. But we just wanted to be caged to be able to do it because once we after running tandems, single runs just don't do it for us. I know Carl likes the single runs.
It's a weird
I do.
appreciation. I'm still like,
You can
I
do
mean, when
different
you're-
entries, but
I'm like,
when you're
like
in the
having a good
front,
time.
when you're in the front, you're kind of doing single.
Kinda,
run. That's what every
yeah.
time I'm up front, I'm like, yeah, this is my lap right here.
But
I
you
just
have the
throw in
pressure.
everything.
but you have the pressure of the people behind you, so it's
Just try
different.
not to
Yeah,
think about it.
But I like
yeah,
that.
I try to cut it out.
When I,
I like
when
the
I think of the
pressure.
pressure, then I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking this up right now. Like,
Yeah,
yep,
that's how I
here it
am.
is. Like, I'm spinning. I'm seeing Ethan. I'm like, like there he comes.
Some people drive better with the pressure and some people don't. But eventually the people that don't get used to it and they're fine. But like me, I drive way better with people behind me because I'm in my head. I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't fuck this up.
I think it's
Frankie,
like that too.
Yeah, I know. I gotta fucking.
Yeah, I
well, we
feel
got the
like-
producer for
I
that.
feel like if you have somebody in the car with you when you're about to throw your lap hyping you up, it just takes that away, man. It just gets you like, all right, I gotta lock
Yeah.
in right now.
So I grew up wrestling, and I coach wrestling for a high school. So I like volunteer.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's
guy's
sick.
doing
Good for you.
everything,
Yeah,
bro.
like
No, I
what
love
the
it.
hell?
Got
Good
married,
for you.
3 kids.
Yeah, like yo, Nate's responsible
No,
as
I'm not
fuck.
married- not
What's
married
with that
yet,
chair
till September.
responsibility, dude? There, whoever
It's the married
sits
one over
there.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I got into it. My brother was a senior year. He was going in the Marines, so I just wanted to spend more time with him, and so I wanted to help out at wrestling to get into it,
Okay.
to spend time with him. And then I'm hooked with the kids. Like every year, it's my 4th year. Yeah, my 4th year, and go to practice like 4 o'clock, like 4 to 6. Come home, make dinner. Dude, shout out to Ariana, my woman. She's a trooper through the winter too. Like I coach wrestling, come home, eat dinner, and then hop on the sim right away. Put in like a good 2 hours, and then we might watch a show for like 30, 45 minutes. and
30
she's
minutes.
asleep.
Yeah, babe, I got 30 and then I gotta get
So
on.
I have to like designate certain days to spend more time with her in the evenings. So.
Dude, make sure you do that, man,
Yeah.
because we're not gonna be as the car people. We're not gonna be the reason why your life gets ruined, bro.
No.
Do not let that happen.
Happy wife, happy life.
Okay, whatever you say, man. I don't got any of those. Like I'm fucking over here just fighting for my life, dude. Just
He's like,
fucking-
happy life.
Yeah, happy life, bro. I open the fridge. I'm like, fuck.
But on wrestling, like the pressure, like in wrestling, it's just you and that person out there. There's no like nervousness feeling that you get in other things until I found like drifting. Like not like you play into the pressure. Like if you like competing when we did the twin drift thing, like that was the first time I felt like that real good nervousness where like you got to overcome that nervousness and perform. It's kind of just performing in pressure kind of thing. And like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody has that.
yeah.
Like
And
I can just imagine, like one of our big goals is going to final bout. That's basically like the styling we're going for and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think we could do it. It's just that pressure, the initial pressure of the first time being there, and we're all gonna be sitting there.
That's going to feel crazy.
It's gonna feel. I know it's gonna feel
Yeah.
crazy, and that's something that is just part of. Everybody has that feeling. And
I
know.
love, dude. Not that I love it. I feel like
see, you like the
I
pressure?
choke on that pressure for some reason every time. So then
I mean, it
what
makes
I'm
sense.
doing in the car is I'm literally just sitting there trying to la-di-da because if it's just a normal day, I know any one of us could drive fine. So if I'm just thinking in there like, okay, this is going to be,
So you try to play it cool. And
yeah, every single lap. Like
No one's behind me.
Remember that one day? There was one lap, finally got Frankie in the car. It's in the video, or in the video on the Faction channel. I don't think this run
When I was in
though.
your car.
On the
Yeah,
dirt track.
but I purposefully am in there absolutely acting like an idiot because Frankie's in there. So I'm going, yeah, oh, like fucking throwing my hands up in the air,
It was
fucking
fun.
throwing a turn, letting go of my hands, like
Yeah.
fucking. And it was fine.
Yeah.
Full
But,
lap.
but if there was a train
Totally
of people
fine.
behind
But
you,
if there was a train of people behind me and I know I can't fuck up,
he'd be like,
oh shit, like fuck.
You can practice that on the sim too. Like, yo, hop in Barry's server and run front of the
And force
train with
yourself to do
25
leads.
people and
Yeah.
don't screw up. Like
I'm the
that-
same way. I get in like my head and like over analyze like what if I enter here and spin out, and I've messed up some chassis spinning out in front of the crew. It happens.
Yeah, it's funny because he gets
Hopefully
scared. On
not.
Sometimes we do like sim comps and stuff like that. He gets scared on the sim.
You can
and
tell-
I'm
yeah.
sitting there. I'm like, yo, I'm so locked in. I'm ready for this shit. And I'm like, yo, Lens, you here? He's like, yeah, I'm here. And then it goes for the first run. Dude's just like, I'm like, yo, you're supposed to go this way. What's going on?
Off the
Like, I
track.
promise he knows how to
Blown off the
drift. Like,
track.
what's going on?
I completely forget everything.
That's
See,
funny.
dude, maybe
Yeah,
you gotta
just
hit the
overanalyzing
la-di-da,
it.
hit the la-di-da mentality that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
in there fucking looking at the sky and shit.
wait, let's back up. You said you've messed up a few chassis before?
I would say so. Before simming, we would always try to like catch doors, like surging up at wrong times, and that's the worst thing to do if you're trying to like get close tandems. You need
That
to,
would be the most force is right there.
exactly. So yeah, so the worst time was at Ready Set. I didn't put my angle kit on.
I just put mine on.
It was us four and then Ethan in the back. I was leading.
No, and Sean, Ethan and Sean.
I was behind.
No, it was
Sean.
Yassier all the way in the back. No, who was all the way in the back?
No,
you were
I
in the
was-
front,
I was in the back.
Matt, me.
Regardless, I was in the front.
Five-car train.
I spun and ended up. Someone hit me, and Sean came in and just hit Nate because we were all just trying to surge up on one corner. I spun out while everyone trying to surge up. It was like accordion and just boom.
Yeah. And those are heavy ass cars.
Ethan. I mean,
There's
Ethan's
actually-
chassis after that.
there's
was
a-
Sean.
bad.
It was Sean's.
Or
Sean's
Sean,
like
yeah,
killer
Sean,
was
yeah.
smashed, but he fixed it. If you go through that,
I didn't even drive. Like I paid for the next day. I
E36
loaded up
Sean?
and I just went home. I felt so bad after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
open
worst feeling.
Yeah,
I
because
know
my
that
car
feeling.
wasn't even messed up. Everyone avoided me, and everyone behind me like destroyed their cars.
Yep.
we all did it. Like we all did it
Everyone's
that
done
year.
it,
We
yeah.
all spun at least once and caused something. And like the biggest thing that we realized is the big wrecks happen. Like we drive well together. It's always when there's like more cars that you're not normally driving. Like the
Yes.
big trains is when this stuff happens.
So
And
that's
it's
one of
always
the-
like even if it's not even any of the other people in the line, it would just be like you made a mistake and it happened to be all 5 cars were there. Like you just felt the pressure, dude.
You made a
and-
mistake and it's
Yeah.
like the worst possible time to make a mistake. It's fine.
Yeah,
Well-
like last year we did this last past year we made it a point to try and like drive with just ourselves. And we have like people we drive with too, but it was that wreck that we were talking about wasn't anybody's fault.
That
But
was
like
mine. I spun out.
dude,
It's
it
always
happens.
gonna feel like that.
But it also is. It could be other people's fault
Yeah, like,
too
we
for
could've
not
reacted
knowing
better.
how
reaction.
to
Get away.
Yep.
deal with it.
Dude, sim with the accident. I call it accident avoidance.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't hit the reset.
don't
No
hit the reset. Don't hit the
avoid it.
reset.
Don't hit the
No
reset.
one hit
Deal
the
with it.
reset.
Oh.
So that when
Unless you're
somebody,
unless you're sitting still like facing
yeah,
the entry.
yeah, like.
But if you
let
can-
me
I
get
wanna
rid of
learn
this.
to
Let me
avoid
get
you.
out of here. Like,
Yep.
Wait, so
Yeah.
if you hit reset, you disappear, but the lap goes on? Okay,
Yeah.
so
you
you're
go
trying
right to the pits. Like
you're trying to
Yeah,
keep
you
it
like-
so it's realistic.
Yeah.
Go back to the pits.
I want to practice a
Like,
natural
practice getting out of the
spin
way.
out
I
with
have
helmet not
I have
hit 'em.
Yeah.
smoke on in VR, so like if somebody's spinning crazy,
You're like, oh, I can't see.
I'm like fucking going. All of a sudden, car, boom.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, that would have been it.
Oh my god.
There's that thought in your head because that's would've-
E-Town at night with smoke everywhere.
I can't drive at
Scariest
night.
shit I've ever been drifted in my life.
and astigmatism.
Vibes at night though. Vibes at night was fun.
Englishtown doesn't even really have lights, do they?
no, it was terrible.
No.
Evergreen,
Yeah.
you drive well at Evergreen at night too.
Evergreen at night is beautiful.
Yeah.
I fucking love Evergreen at night. It's
Evergreen night
you
sessions.
still
are-
have not.
Evergreen, 9
like the
o'clock
one-
sesh,
Evergreen?
last class. Yeah, the last session of the day is so sick.
So
Wild.
sick.
You're familiar with Evergreen, right?
I'm not.
He
but
has-
I
he
know
is not.
of it,
Oh my
but
Bro.
I'm not familiar with it.
You would
Great
just
seat time,
love it
sure.
over there.
I mean, I'm
man.
pretty familiar with it now because we talked about it so many times. I mean,
Honey
it's a
mustard
figure
chicken
eight.
sub, bro.
Yeah, we know that.
Honey
we know
mustard
food.
chicken sub.
Yeah, and the trains that they run there, it's insane. There's all the way to the left towards the wall is a party line. So if you get in that line, you have to go.
Yeah, I heard
It
of
doesn't
this.
matter who's in it. It doesn't matter. You don't look back. You don't throw up a number. You like sit there and go like this, and you're like, I'm
That's
ready. I'm ready.
crazy.
And like, I don't know if I talked about my first time drifting. How old was I? I was 18 years old. I was working at Wendy's. I bought a E36. I already had a 350Z as my daily. As I saved up all my money, bought a 350Z. I was seeing all this cool drifting going on. I was like, I want to do that so bad. And I didn't want to mess up the 350Z because it was my dream car, you would say, at the moment. So I saved up and I got an E36 because that's what I was seeing online with what I would watch. And first track was Evergreen. We would go to Evergreen, and I was learning how to drift on the L track. They have two tracks. There's an L track that nobody really drives anymore. I think
It's
we
fun,
should shut
though.
it down.
I
track's
like
great.
L track,
L track
yeah.
is sick.
You could do a sick entry
Yeah.
flying.
Well,
towards
a lot of people there always want to shut it down and make it into pits because I don't know if you've been to Evergreen lately. It gets really
It's-
packed.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Is it bad, really?
there's
like
no
that?
room anywhere. It's because it's so cheap to
Pumpkin
drive.
Smash. I mean, we were
It's good for them.
We were graded up in L track because there was just no parking in.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Thank you for harping on that, Nate. But like, it is good.
It's good. It's busy
for them, but that kind of sucks. They would close it down. But
Yeah.
for pits.
Yeah.
But so you were saying
But yeah, that's basically the first track I learned to drift on, and then from there I think we went to RSD. Was a couple times we went to RSD, and then when I started meeting them, I've never been to RSD with the red car. So this is what happened. I had the E36 that I painted red. I would always drive it at Evergreen, and I ended up crashing it a bunch of times at Evergreen. I cut it up the one winter, and I welded some tubes on it, and I sold it. Shout out to the guy that bought it. He still is not driving it, and he's like some little kid. And I really was hoping I would see that car back at Evergreen because I was asking him where he was going to drift and stuff like that. But no, I still haven't seen that car. And I always try to buy it back from him.
we should
really?
take you to
Yeah.
Evergreen.
I want to go.
Got to take
Yeah,
him to a
Evergreen-
pumpkin
Yeah,
smash.
Anywhere-
go Pumpkin Smash.
Yeah,
That's
why- actually, that would be-
I seen the video.
The one we showed him the video of Cole, which we should still have on before he moves because I think he's trying to move.
Oh, let's
I
get
hope
him
that
on.
works out for you, Cole. But no, we should bring you to a pumpkin smash for sure. Anywhere where there's a lot where it's dirt, Frankie hates. That's why he doesn't like going to E-Town anymore.
Yeah, oh my God. The pits in
The
Evergreen suck.
pits get so bad,
And, like,
dude.
you drive down with your windows, well, even with my windows up because my seals don't fucking work, but like dash everywhere, dirt.
Dust.
It's dusty.
Yeah.
It's
And
fucking
God
so
forbid
bad.
it rains, man.
Yo, and if it rains, you're walking around in a swamp.
Just mud.
True.
Yeah, and the one day, actually, we were trying to hit the Evergreen, and no diddy, but it ended up raining, and there was a literal lake. Like, I think there's a picture of a guy in it, like this far up.
Holy
I'm
shit.
Because the
not-
track's the lowest point, so it all just rains and goes into the middle
They
of
had to
the
get, like, a
track and
sump.
pulls up.
Yeah, they ended up,
God.
I think they were going to shut down, but then people started waiting, and they actually drove that day, which is crazy.
Yeah, they like pumped it out. Like,
But that's like a party place. That place
Yeah.
is just, you go there, you bring a car you don't care about there.
Yeah.
Nah, but they made it
There's nice cars
nicer.
to
Like
drive there.
they paved it. They're always trying to take care of it. Reese still has a school over there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely it's a nice place to be and especially learn how to drive.
Yeah.
It was my starting point of drifting, so I always look back at that track as like, yo, that's where I started drifting, and I always want to drive there. Honestly, even with my car, when I made it look nice, I was like, yo, let's hit it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just
And it was still pretty cheap. I think it's still under 100.
I think
right?
it's
85
As
bucks.
long as it stays under 100, it's
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah,
Like
$85 seat time. That's good.
That's amazing.
yeah.
And you get a lot
I spend
of
more money at
laps.
McDonald's.
That's
McDonald's?
a week. A week, I believe it.
That place is a ripoff.
We had a couple bumps at Evergreen, so I kind of was a little worried about going back after we painted our cars. It's not Evergreen. It's more so how hot you can run laps.
Yeah.
Like A class hot laps, like you just go the whole time. Like you literally come around and they're sending you from the end of the other turn. Grid's like
Yeah, where the fuck
grid's
ups
like
happen.
sending you going right away. And so we'd run too many laps at once, and mistakes happen like lap 4, 5, 6. So we learned to just run 2 or
okay.
3.
It's when you run out
park,
of grip.
Get yourself like
tires
hit
are
the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit the water pit. Like calm your mind, reset, go back out there, run some
You're
laps.
like one more hot lap, and then you go.
Yeah.
Yo,
no
yo,
grip.
one time, yo, you remember this story? One time at Evergreen, I forgot what happened, but my short shifter broke. And I had to run a vice grip, man, for the whole weekend, yo.
Yeah, he had like a cheap eBay G35 short shifter.
Yeah.
Like, did you do that mod yourself, or did it come like
Nah,
that?
it just came with the car, man.
Yeah, and it
was
snapped
just-
completely off for the rest of the day. He was
That's
using
amazing.
a fucking vice grip.
You have
Even on
a
the way home too.
you have a G35 or a Z?
G35 I had
Okay.
until it blew up.
What happened to it?
Man, it blew up twice, man.
D.
Yeah. But the first time it blew up, cause it was on Easter Day, and I was bored, and I wanted to go do something. So I went to a spot, and I didn't check the oil before I left.
Yeah, you gotta check
First
the
problem
oils.
with the VQ.
God.
And I got there, did a couple laps. Out of nowhere, I heard some knocking, right? It was just very faint and slight. And I was like, fuck, man. I started
It's already
driving
too
home.
late, bro.
Yeah, it was
He
too late.
said faint and slight.
It started getting worse and worse, man. It got worse and worse, man. It sucked.
First, you think it's a valve tab or something.
So
That's not that
I was
bad.
like, all right, it's knocking. I'm done, whatever. I parked it in the front, left it there. And then I think, because it was my only car, it was my daily. So I still had to drive it for a little bit to school and shit.
He was driving
Yeah, I
around
was in
knocking.
high school, yeah. It was like 11th
Last
grade
week.
at the time.
Last week.
Or 12th grade. Anyways. So, and then driving that on the way home, I was like right up the hill and it just ceased.
Oof.
I had to leave it there. So parked it up. Matt came with his truck and trailer. And then that's when we took it to Lenz's house.
Oh my god.
That day was
A
the
shit
worst,
show of a
yo.
weekend putting a motor in.
That weekend
Yeah.
sucked.
But you got an engine.
Yeah,
Oh,
we put the
yeah.
engine in. Someone was running 2 different manifolds. It was misfiring. He was driving it, still dailing it like that.
And drifting.
Drifting. Let's do something.
And then he gets it. He finally gets both manifolds on. It's done misfiring. It's running good. He signs up for a Pocono event. It was East Course. Is that what we were
Yeah,
driving that
yeah.
day?
We drove East Course Saturday, and then it was South Course Sunday.
He-
He worked or something and signed up for Sunday.
He prepaid for Sunday.
Yeah.
We were already driving Saturday. He shows up at the end of the session Saturday with his car because he's just gonna camp out and drive Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry. I just
That
hopped
sounded
off.
hurt.
I just hopped off the track driving the East Course all day. Yossi just gets there. He's like, "Yo, turn a couple laps in my car. Like we just swapped this motor. Like I just want to make sure it's good for tomorrow." I should have said no, knowing that
Yep.
he's just been driving this thing misfiring for the past couple months. But I hop in. I threw 2 heaters.
There are a couple years.
He's driving the shit out of
But you
that
know
car.
what?
Heat, man.
I will say, you know how they always say like the car feels the fastest before it blows up. But after the first lap, I was like, this car feels so. There's probably a video. I was like, this car
there's
feels
definitely
so
a video.
fast. I was like, you mind if I take a second lap? Second lap after, I didn't even hear it. We hop off and talking, and then his face just goes flush. All of a sudden, you could hear a faint like tap 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 tap.
Again?
Yeah, right when I hop off the East Course, and we
Yo,
do,
yo,
yeah.
and then we hop off the pits, right? It got way louder. We
Yeah.
turned the car off, turned it back on. We knew it was knocking. I was like,
Little
"Fuck,
reset.
fuck this. I'm done, yo. This is bullshit." I was over it. I was just done. So Matt's like house was like 30 minutes away.
almost 30
So we
minutes.
tried to drive the car back,
Locks up again.
going up a hill. The car's going. "Whoa." Just stop, yeah, bro. You know, I had to get pulled to the side. And good thing Nate pulled up in the big truck and took us all the way back to Matt's house.
Flat toed for like 30
Yeah,
miles.
Big Betty White. That's what I call my truck.
Big Betty White.
Yeah.
Flat toe for 30 miles.
Yo, I flat
that
towed
was-
him at like 45, 50 miles an hour.
You're bugging.
Uphill and
Because
downhill.
we had to get back
This is PA
before the
shit.
gate
Yeah.
Something with
Yeah.
the gate was closing, so I had to go take him, get back, and I wanted to change my power steering pump on my car for the next day because it was squealing. So I wanted to take them, get done, get back, fix my car, and go to bed at a good time. We didn't go to bed till like 2. So it wasn't horrible. But
So you got another motor?
so we flat towed him home.
No, so I just got rid of the car. I think I think I just graduated and then I was going to college. Like I'm in school now and I was like,
Wow, you're smart.
I'm gonna take a little break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a good job and then I'm fine. Cause I was working at Chipotle, man, getting like $13 an hour. And
Yeah.
putting all my money into the G. Everything.
And the
to
engine
go to
blew
the G.
twice,
Yeah,
yeah.
twice.
Yeah, I hated that car too because I worked on that car a lot. Like the day before that event, we were in my backyard, my porch, welding and grinding a whole new exhaust for his car just so he could drive it the next day. And I got reported by my neighbor because I was welding on my porch. So this dude's car made me in trouble, got me in trouble. But I hated that car so much.
Yeah. I fucking hate that car.
So you're carless right now.
Oh no! I mean, I got a daily now, but for drift car, yeah, I'm trying to get a Z hopefully this year.
Do you want to? You sure? You want?
Don't take that hill home anymore.
Nah,
yo.
the whole problem began because I didn't check the oil, man. You gotta make sure those.
Now
VQs
every time
got
Yassi
oil
goes to
in
drive,
them,
bro.
Yeah, let me check the
you do.
dipstick.
You do need to make sure they have oil in them. That they like to drink that shit.
Yeah, VQs, if they have oil, they'll keep going.
The
Yeah.
dipstick is
I know he feels that shit. I know that hurt.
Damn.
the dipstick on the VQ is so weird to read too. Like,
Yeah, it sucks.
it's
What?
horrible.
They
You have
do
to,
it on
like, when
purpose.
it's cold.
Weird.
Imagine.
Yeah, like it's like this little like it's got all these crazy bends in it, and there's like a little like
So dumb.
funnel thing you like stick it into.
And if you got
all
intakes
kinds
or
of dirt,
anything, you can't
all
get
that
to
dirt
it.
Yeah, it
comes
gets
up
all
from the intake,
dirty.
yeah.
Like it feel like you're putting it down in the hole. You get
Dirt.
oil all over the thing before it even gets down there, so you don't get an accurate reading.
Yep.
So you think you have oil, but you don't.
So always check your oil. Check your oil when the car's cold, like on the trailer before you leave.
Yeah, he would check his oil on. He lived on a hill. He'd be like, "Yeah, I checked my oil. I'm good."
It's this hill, bro.
I was like, "Where
It's this
where was
hill.
the car parked?" He's like, "On the front." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's probably why."
This hill is just ruined
Level
you.
ground. Level ground.
I'm not gonna lie, like I think I had that car for like a year and a half, but it was the best year and a half I had. Like, I drove up here in that car going like 120 for some serves, right? Like
Yeah,
it was reliable.
little fart.
until it
Facebook
wasn't.
Marketplace, fine.
Yeah.
He drove that thing over here.
Yeah, that thing was 4 seats too, so we got some laps in the like full team in the car
Oh, yeah, that
at
was cool.
Evergreen, cheering them on.
Fuck no, dude, I tried to put 3 people in the car and it felt completely different.
Having all that weight in the
Four?
back.
Oh yeah. Yo,
Is
all 4 of us were in the
crazy.
car just
Yo, he was
bumping
cooking
music.
with all 4 of us.
Yeah.
It was so
We were
much
geeking.
fun.
There's
Oh,
definitely
It
a
was
video
such
of
a
that.
simple setup too. It was just the bolt-on kit.
Yeah, and that thing got crushed. Like he didn't just sell it on. We just crushed that thing.
That's not coming back ever, man.
Yeah,
you
you
had to
don't-
make sure that
You didn't want to accidentally see that car later in life.
Yeah, that's not a car we want to run back into.
I
That's
was a little sad. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little sad seeing that video though, because you could see the push on the back window and the claw just grab it and
Oh.
it shattered,
End of
and
an
then
era.
they just threw it in the
yeah.
crusher.
Seeing cars get crushed is sad.
I've yet to do
Not that car,
I've yet
though.
to do that. Oh my
All
god.
right, fair enough. If you got
Might
a lot
be
of
the
bad
Koi.
experience with it. Like I get it. It's pretty shitty.
On the ride down, we talked about it that he should have kept it, and we could have just put a VQ in it, put another one.
Another
eventually, yeah. We could have
No,
done right.
charm.
So what happened is the motor we bought was aftermarket headers, and the dude picked it up by the headers, and because they were junk, they bent. So one was like kinked, and the other one wasn't. So when they first started up his car, these 3 did the swap mostly. I was there for like moral support for a couple hours, but they cranked it out, and it just wouldn't run right for like days. So they were like dropping the trans, figuring out what's going on. Like, is this
Things,
backwards?
injectors, yeah.
What's leaking? What vacuum leak do we have? They couldn't figure it out. So he drove it with like the craziest misfire for like how long?
No,
Wasn't the manifold just cracked?
Yeah,
we
there was
picked it
a
up.
there was a lot.
I think
of
you
things.
put-
I was gonna
so we
say
had
that's
one-
probably why it was fast as fuck too. Something was bad, and you probably melted some shit.
It felt good.
Yeah.
For those 2 laps, I'll tell you that. That thing was
It was the
scooting.
fastest spin there.
Yeah, yeah. Timing was fucking advanced or some shit. Like some
Dude, that
crazy
thing was
shit.
dumping fuel.
Yeah.
And it was probably loving it.
We got questions today, Malcolm, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, we do. All right, cool.
Malcolm, are you gonna say anything?
We can start doing these.
questions, or,
Questions usually take a while, so.
Oh no, he's not gonna say anything.
Oh.
Well, I don't
No,
know.
nothing.
We
Okay.
have questions.
All right.
Are those hard?
Frankie is gonna.
No, did he?
Let's see.
Frankie, they're talking about munchkins.
No.
Because some people doesn't have. Some people don't have a visual. So you.
Okay,
Are
sorry.
those hard?
Hey Frankie, are you hard?
Whoa, what?
I'm talking about your self-esteem.
Oh, what? Yes. Will you guys ever get cooler cars than those lame 350Zs? Is that one I should have read
All right.
before I
All
read?
right. So we wanted to talk about
Who
this.
said that?
So,
Colby.
Oh, of course, Colby. Yeah, that's cool.
Colby, all right.
But we already have. So Nate has a RX-7, and then I have the S13. So
RX-7.
So around the same time,
FC.
yeah. So the same time he bought his car, we had
The
a buddy.
S13.
We had a buddy that had a Z. He had the S13, and I bought an FC, and we all stripped them down and basically ripped them apart, and we're gonna do full builds. My car hasn't changed since then. Our other buddy had a payment on his Z, sold it, got rid of it. Like he stripped it all down, ripped it all apart. It was a nice car from the start. We've ruined it. He got rid of it. And then I have the FC. I just paid a store everywhere for years. And I bought the Z because I needed to just get something to drive. Like the FC is like 20 grand off from being driving. Like I bought it as like a sitting in a yard car. I bought 2 of them for 2 grand, sold the 4 lug, kept the 5 lug, and sold the black dash, black interior out of the one that I'm keeping, which I regret.
So what's in there now?
Nothing. So
Damn.
it has
Yeah.
full like part shop suspension and everything.
yeah, so I have full part shop max, like everything they make for the car I have, but I think I'm gonna change up some stuff. Like I'm getting to a point where like the Z's done and I just want to drive it, put tires on it, and like style up stuff a little bit.
FC is good, dude. You could
But
totally.
I want to
fuck-
do like a Hayes spec KA in the FC.
What?
Yeah,
No,
like,
no,
I want to
no,
do
no.
a S13 subframe B knuckle KA FC.
So you're doing a Mazda 180.
Yo, that's what I want to do. 240 front end with a trailing arm rear. It's like a BMW T.
I thought you were gonna
240
get
mix.
like a rotary, put it
Yeah.
I did want to
Yeah,
do
that's
that,
what
but
I
they're
thought.
like more than a JZ now.
in. It is really
Wait,
expensive
a
for
rotary
a turbo.
is more than a G.
But
Yeah.
the 13B REW, like the FD motor, 7.5. And that's
good.
not even like, that's not doing anything to it. Like you're
I'm
just
good.
That
No.
engine does seem kind of like maybe you could just put that together, though.
Can't you turbo like a NA one? Is that?
What about the Turbo 2
that an
motor
option?
from the
Turbo
FC?
2 motor is a good option. I did really want to like keep the RX-7 people happy with keeping it rotary, but
Well, not-
I drove Ethan's car. Your buddy Ethan,
Yeah,
our buddy Ethan.
KA.
Dude, ever since then, and that's what Brendan's car
Yeah.
is, a KAT. Dude, I haven't been able to think about anything else since Ethan let me drive his car.
It's
Like
just-
that was the when we all wrecked, and cars got messed up. My car was done, so I put on the trailer. Ethan let me drive his car.
Ethan's let me drive his car before. That thing is
Dude,
fast
he's a
as
homie. That's
shit.
a big homie
yeah.
move.
That
To let
thing is
someone
so
drive your car.
fucking
Yo,
fast.
I think everybody drove either. Yo,
Yeah, he let me drive
his car too.
Yeah, because he just fucking.
Yo, Ethan.
I've
what's
driven
up,
his
yo?
car too.
Yo, we were going down like a sketchy road, man. We went under a bridge. He's like, "Yo, clutch kick it right now." I was like, "Okay." She started to go sideways, man. He's like, "Oh, yo, you know Ethan's dad." We go like, "Oh." Yo, I love Ethan. man.
So you guys do plan on drifting other
So-
cars?
Yeah, Z's aren't.
just-
I mean, our number one is driving. Like, we always want to make sure we have a car that we can hop in and turn laps. And so once you start throwing a built car in, like a S13 or an RX-7, like, there's a chance you're going to show up and not drive. So we want to make sure we always have a chassis that we can hop in and drive as a team. So these are kind of getting to a point that they're set. Like, we have cages, we have diffs, we have it painted kits. So now it's kind of like upkeeping the Z's, I don't think we'll ever like swap the Z's or anything. Those are just like seat time cars, and now we're gonna kind of slowly progress into like chassis swap. It's not like we don't have a time set for anything, or like it's just gonna be a slow progression.
And
It's
honestly,
definitely
like
gonna happen.
Z's catch so much hate. Like we almost feel like
They do, don't they? Like,
That's one of the questions. They
Like,
said, do
people
you guys
say-
get a lot of hate for driving 350Zs?
Yeah, we
absolutely.
do. But we get a lot of love too. Like we got so many people that follow us that have like their Z in their name. Like people are crazy about Z's outside of the drift community.
Yeah.
They're big cars. They're popular.
There's a big
But, like,
VQ
you heard it,
community.
Derek
I think
on the
it's the
huge
noise
VQ
they make.
community.
I think it's
Derek
the
on
noise
the bicycle,
they make.
number one VQ fan. Boom.
Derek on the bicycle, yeah.
Nah, Derek should take a note for
You think it's the noise?
This is a
they
good
make?
group.
I don't know.
Right?
People
yeah,
just
they-
people
yeah,
straight
they
pipe
don't
them.
sound
You
good.
gotta put a muffler on them. Like
It's the takeover. Kids.
I have resonated,
It
catless resonated like test pipes. So there's mufflers up there, and then I have like a vibrant super silencer in the back. And like I
Oh,
think
so
it's
you
like
really quieted
I
it,
think it's
man.
like a perfect tone. Like there's no like crazy rasp, but there's a tone that you can hear.
Yeah.
But we feel like it's almost like a challenge for us to do final bout things with Z's, because how many teams have you seen do Z's well together and drive well? Like our
full Z's.
yeah,
All
like a
Z's.
full Z done well. Like there's a team that followed us from like West Coast that I saw. I can't think of what they were.
Yeah, like the black and the white Z.
Yeah,
know what
like,
you're
I think
talking
you
about.
guys could do it.
There's just-
I'm not really worried about it.
It's gonna
We've
take
heard- so, like,
lock
in
in
circles-
and you can do it. I believe.
In circles, we've been in conversations where people are like, "Nah, you can't do final bout with a Z." They're like, "You have to be in an S chassis."
No,
Yeah.
not true.
You can make cars look good. It's just don't make them sound like shit.
Go
Yeah.
go out and go.
It,
make
it would be
your,
cool seeing, and they want to see new stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make your point. Put in the work. Like I've been on this thing lately where I don't really give a shit how much you paid for whatever it is that you paid for. But like if you made it like your own, you put your work in. It's evident you put your work in. That's what makes it cool for me.
Yeah.
Like the mileage, like your own mileage.
Yeah, like a third person perspective. If I saw us like 3 purple, blue Z's with cool banner, nice wheels, I'd be like, holy shit, those cars are so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly.
And then
that's
we go
fine.
out
That's
there
perfect.
and we drive pretty good. You know what I mean?
And we drive the whole event, like
Exactly.
crazy hot laps. Like if
Yeah.
you see us driving an event, we're out there the whole time. Like we honestly, we're good with getting clips and posting them on Instagram, but that's like 10% of our driving. Like we are
we
horrible at
struggle.
recording all the time. Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't know
we
how
need-
we
we
pull
need
out
to
as
get
many
better
clips
at
as we
that.
do
It's
because we
hard to
just
record.
drive.
That's
Because
why-
you show up and you
They-
just want to drive. You don't want to worry about pulling out the camera, setting up the GoPro. It's like,
annoying.
let's hop in the car and get these laps.
I
You
for-
guys
I
got
forget to
clips.
eat.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matt's
for real.
killing
Yo,
it.
listen,
No,
man.
the women keep on us for that.
Yo, literally, my girl be, yo, eat the sandwich I made you in the morning. Oh, sorry, I still can't eat it. I feel nervous. You know what I mean? Like, we
Yeah.
just go out there and try to keep getting more laps, honestly. It's like
Yeah.
a
I'm
constant
not
rush.
worried about you guys with. I mean, I know what you're saying, but first of all, ignore all the people that hate on the
Oh,
Z.
no.
So definitely ignore that. I don't like Z's that much. And when I saw you guys drifting, I was like, oh, this is cool because it's like 2 Z's. I don't really like that car, but I like what I'm seeing. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
So the final bout guys are going to be thinking the same thing.
We
So,
feel like it's a challenge to put on for the Z's because they just catch so much hate.
Yeah.
I think we can do it, though. I think
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I think
good.
you should stick with that. Because
Did you drive with my friend Bryson down there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you turn the most.
He has
laps
a
of
Z.
Bryson.
So Diego was there, but we didn't get a chance to talk to him. I don't think. Like
Yeah,
him
Bry-
and Bryson were there at
No, I
Driven
think
Love.
Diego was there Saturday and he left when we were at Mid Pond, and then it was just Bryson on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some laps. With
Yeah, he had
Matt
a black
did.
Z, and we were driving with him a good amount.
Absolutely wheels, by the
Yeah.
way. He
Yeah,
was-
that kid fucking annoyingly is good at driving. Fuck you, Bryson.
Also,
Yo,
knows
we
Sam.
gotta go to Japan. That's
Is he
something
big country?
Japan does to you, bro.
Well,
It
Is he
has to
big
be.
country on
No, he's Betson. B-E-H.
on Discord? He's not big
No,
country.
he's still
Who's
Betson.
big country?
Big country is Sean. He's from up here.
Okay.
He has a JZX. Damn. I'm sorry, Sean. He had a JZX. He got into a car accident recently.
Black one?
Yeah.
That was right,
Oh,
dude. That's the
no,
car
that was
I
right
saw.
by our house.
Yeah,
What are the
that's right,
chances of
like-
that?
The entrance to the highway that I get on every day to go to work. They just put, like those guardrail replacements that are ropes.
Uh-huh.
They just installed these things. First snow of the year. I see this black car sitting against it, and I'm like triple taking driving past it. I'm like, was that a S14 or was that a JZX? Like, what was
On
that?
KFs. Like,
Yeah,
he
it
just, he was like, it was a legitimate car accident.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. Because he was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to have like a crazy, I'm just driving. I think he just proposed that weekend or something
Oh,
like
man,
that.
Bruh.
Like,
So what's up with the car? Like, it's done.
I don't know.
It looked the way it went off. It didn't look like it could have been good because it went from
Look at me.
he was going this way and the guardrails are on this side. The tracks go into the guardrails and then spin, and he was on the other side of the guardrail facing the other way.
He was okay, but
That's
I
good.
mean, I don't know about the car really.
Damn.
Yeah,
least
but that's
he's okay.
Sean. A different Sean, not the
Not Big Country.
Not
I
big
got
country
a
Sean.
good question here. How many motors have you all been through together?
Collectively.
Oh, I got so when I originally was getting the S13 together, I was just out of high school learning to build motors and stuff. I still don't really know how to build motors, but I was using like Rock Auto pistons, eBay turbo.
Christ.
Yeah, so
Word,
I mean,
you can get
Here we
fucking
go.
pistons on Rock Auto.
listen,
What
the first pull down my street with the Rock Auto pistons lost all compression and went all cylinders. I pull the rings out, the rings are in half, like literally in 2 pieces.
Oh my god.
So when I was
Frankie
going through
is
that,
so happy that you said that. Just now.
That's amazing.
I was just being hard headed. So that during that whole thing, until I finally bought a built K, I think I went through 4 or 5 Ks alone.
Holy
just like
shit.
in a year or two, just kept grenading them. I was an idiot. Like it would run like shit, and I would just keep bouncing off the limiter and not caring, just grenade it.
Well, we heard that before with the
Yeah. There's no
How many
mechanical
VQs
sympathy.
altogether? Is it only?
Honestly, only those 2 for VQs.
I'm on the motor that came in my car and the transmission. So I'm on the
Okay.
Yep. Everybody fucking.
Yeah, so I'll let
you're
Yasi
doing pretty
for-
good.
So I'm
yeah.
on an 05 motor, 05 trans. I'm not even on the CD09.
I swapped my motor before I met them though. That's before I started drifting my Z. It's just because the piston rings were
Still
leaking.
counts. Still
Yeah.
counts. Yeah.
Dude, that's what happened to Chris's. I
So
think.
I guess 2,
2. Well, 3.
3, but twice him.
Yeah.
keep them cool. Put oil in them. Keep
Yeah,
them cool.
oil cooler.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
I see-
big thing.
Aftermarket oil cooler, right? Because they come
Yeah,
with
yeah,
oil coolers,
yeah.
right?
They're really tiny.
No, it comes with
Oh, no,
a
it's a power steering
It's
cooler,
like
yeah.
one row.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put an oil cooler in it, and like even they sell like an oil pan that you can add even more oil to the
You
car.
don't have to do that though.
But you don't have to. We don't have any of that. But like,
Yeah.
it's just keeping oil in the car. If there's oil in the car, if it leaks, just add more oil.
So
make a
you were
oil
saying that
cooler.
power steering pumps get burnt out if you
Oh
don't
yeah, if
cool
You
don't
have to do a
if
cooler.
you don't do a cooler, your power steering pump will blow. And you can even get like an oil cooler off Tits. I told him about it. He got an oil cooler.
Good old tits.
Yeah.
Bro, that's my boy
Comes up
right
every
there.
pod. Like,
Bro,
every
he
pod
is
we
the
talk about
nice,
tits.
one of the nicest human beings on planet Earth. But I'm sorry.
But I told him, and he got like a Volvo. It might have been a truck that was like a transmission cooler that was bigger, and it's just a fluid cooler. So you clean it out, and I mean, it's ATF, so
Yeah.
it flows through. It's fine. Keep them cool. It's good.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
squeal and they
They
This-
run
blow.
ATF too.
This is a huge
Keeps it
one.
clean.
This
Oh, yeah.
stumped all 3 of us. If you blow a power steering pump, replace the reservoir. There's a
Yeah.
small filter in the reservoir, so when you blow the pump, all the metal goes to this filter in the reservoir. So you don't replace a reservoir, you put a new pump in, and it's still clogged because
Yeah.
of that filter, and you'll grenade the next pump.
And
So
possibly
always
the
do a
rack.
pump and
Yeah.
reservoir together.
Yeah, you'll fuck the rack up too if you leave.
Yeah,
it.
like you did 2 or 3 racks because
Yeah.
of that.
yeah.
We've
That's
done a lot
good
of racks.
information.
I did not know that. Now I'm gonna think of that.
Yeah, a lot of companies when they rebuild a steering rack or something, they go, "Hey, if you didn't replace everything and this blows, it's on you." Because a lot of people, it's like AC compressors too when they break. But if you got metal shavings in the whole system and then you go put a rebuilt rack or something because yours blew and then you blow it again and you bring it back to them, they're like, "Well, did you change your pump?" No, I didn't. All right, it's not warranted.
Yeah, you can't clean all that stuff out either. So you gotta swap everything, lines, everything.
Yeah. Good info. What is the best chassis for drift?
Well, I mean,
350Z.
cost per lap, it's gonna be, I think, the 350Z.
Yeah, at this point.
It-
But I mean,
Or
everyone talks,
G35.
I've never
I like
driven
the
an S
G35.
chassis besides Ethan's car.
No,
They,
I'm not.
they perform and do well, and people say a Z is a cheat code. Is an S chassis a cheat code if it drives well
S
too?
chassis are sweet, but I mean, you're looking at what, 10 to 15 to get one and set it up to drive properly right now?
Yeah.
I mean, really, Z's aren't that far behind. You're setting up a Z, but still.
Yeah, I guess you're not that far behind with the Z.
Yeah, because by the time you buy a Z,
But
you
I
set
think
it up-
that S chassis is going to be more than that.
I think
and you're gonna have the headache. Like you kind of gotta have a little mechanical knowledge for a 240. More as a Z, you can kind of hop
That's why the
in
Z is
and-
the cheat code.
yes,
Yeah.
because a 240 also you're gonna be lacking right off the rip if, let's say, you found the stock-ish one, right? That everybody tells you that you should buy. A Z
has
power,
300 horsepower.
has torque,
Yeah.
Yeah.
has interior stuff.
Yeah.
The 240 upgrade is to put the 350Z parts on it. So you
Yeah,
buy
like
the car
take
with the
half
parts
of
on
the
it.
Exactly.
350Z and put it in the S13, and then you're good.
Drivetrain wise, I mean, like
Yeah.
diffs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
The
Axles.
whole ass
Right up.
VQ, I lost a VQ 13, like on that car track comp.
Oh, yeah.
It was a VQ in the 13. I was like,
Was
Oh,
that
wow.
was it
sound
Corey?
weird.
I don't think Corey competed.
Mikey Walsh.
Oh, okay.
But I think
Corey Prisco.
yeah, Corey also has one.
He's swapped. He's
No,
doing a
he's
whole
going-
chassis.
He's going Jay-Z.
It
I
always
think.
looks so weird to hear. Like I'm like, why does it sound like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not making the right noises.
Yeah, it's like not going like.
Need turbo noises in that chassis.
Yeah.
Do you
He's a
guys
big-
have like a top? Someone said top 5 350Zs. Do you have any 350Zs that
Top
you
5
think are like the
350Zs.
pinnacle builds? Like,
There's this guy Dan Burkhart.
Yeah, if I
I think
look
his
at my
name
Insta-
is.
yeah.
If
Is
you
that-
look him up on Instagram, Burkhart.
Is that the purple and red
sounds
fade?
familiar.
Yeah, it's purple and red fade like ours with a livery and wheels done up nice. A good looking car.
I'm curious because it sounds like a lot of.
I don't think he drifts it. I think he's a show car guy, but it's set up like a drift car.
Is
Spell it.
It's a show car.
Burkett. It might be Dan Burkett.
Nah.
Maybe under our followers. I don't know if you can click
That's
our
right there.
followers and click. His car, honestly, that's probably the one that stands out the most to me. We didn't model off of anything. We just
That's good. That
I
means you're
think-
kind of just doing your own.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we just had Matt's car. Honestly, was probably our vision. Like when we saw his black done up before it got smashed up, that was the vision. Like Serbs. That's why we're all on Serbs. Like we all are on Serb 1s and 2s, I believe. Do you have 2s?
The also
I have
the ones
ones
that
and
people
twos,
do
yeah.
not like.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's one of the
Sir
reasons I
boys.
asked this question because it's like, you know, that we all think there's not too many good looking Z's, so that's why I'm interested.
I like our Z's.
What's
Every
really
time I
good
see a Z that looks good, I'm like, oh okay.
Search up two-tone Z. I think there's some.
This guy
Some
can't
Cali
find this
guy.
guy's
Oh,
name.
what's his name that we saw at Mid Pond? That
But what was
is
the
from
first
up
name?
here?
Dan Burke or something?
Dan.
Right? No.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, I'll
D
find
A
it.
N.
you can
Dan.
find
Just type that. You tried that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
maybe his first name's not Dan. My bad.
Oh, okay.
I swore his last name was like Burkett or something like that.
Okay.
Type in
Bro, I literally
B-U-R.
text you all the time.
No.
Nope.
No.
Damn, I'll find it.
Yeah,
But
look
yeah,
up, look up
there's-
two-tone Z for now. I think-
Two-tone Z.
With the two?
This is the car that TWO.
There's a white Z from around here that's great
Second
too.
This one maybe. I think this car looked really good. He made me get my front bumper.
Oh,
that I have.
there's one of the Cali dudes we were talking about, right, Nate?
What the
This
fuck?
team?
Yeah, I like that.
But where the fuck is the other one, bro? What is going on?
I like that. That looks nice.
Yeah,
What
that
bump?
shit
What
looks
front
tough.
bumper is that? That's the
the
one you
one
saw
I
them?
have. Yeah.
It's hard to make these cars not look like computer mouses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they do
quite
look like
round,
computer
but you
mouses.
gotta.
I personally think they need that Nismo spoiler. I love that wing. That's the thing I always look for. I need some kind of like something back there.
That looks tough. I like
Yeah,
the
something in the back just to break
Dude,
it up.
I
from
like
looking
the
like a
spine.
mouse a little
yeah,
bit.
exactly. Yeah, and
I
I
like
think
the
that's my
spine.
favorite
here it
wing.
is.
I think.
Project Bartlett.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that,
way
that
off.
dude.
Yeah, I was way off.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Bartlett. B-A-R-T. Yeah. Oh, what the heck?
Go on.
He,
Bro,
he
maybe
blocked
don't
us. He blocked
one
us.
line it or just.
Or just project, maybe?
Put
On our followers?
P-R-O-J.
This better be the best Z I've ever seen in my
K.
life.
This is why I don't read names. By the way, with the questions, I'm good.
Yo,
T.
I'm gonna go crazy. You know why? Because I have all this shit
B.
saved.
Why is it not coming up? That's
He
crazy.
blocked us.
It's literally like it's blocked. But anyway, here, look. It's a good looking car.
Okay. Pretty crazy.
Oh
looking.
wait, I've seen this car before. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
drift.
I seen this.
Yeah, I don't think
it was
he
on
drifts.
I hate
bags.
it.
It was on bags.
I hate it.
Carl. Okay. Shit.
Hate it.
All right.
Yo, it's
Stop
okay.
making your car look like a drift car if you don't drift. Go stay over there.
Stay on your side. Stay in your lane.
I saw it and I was like, damn, that looks cool. And then I heard that. And then I was like, that is the
Yeah, you
most
should
retarded thing I've ever
if you're
heard.
listening, definitely slide that car. That car needs to be slid.
Yeah, you're a fucking poser.
Oh my god, yo, damn.
What the fuck?
Rubbing the
Carl
skateboard
started
on the
beef
curb.
right now.
Oh my god. What? You can get blackmailed.
Imagine like Come on.
but
I'm
that
not
is
saying some
super
crazy
Even
shit like
like-
you.
That's
I'm-
like that's
In
like
the
the scene
stands,
kid
yeah, the
240s
scene
too.
kids are putting like drift liveries on.
Well,
now,
I think
too,
that guy
think.
lives
Yeah.
really far. Like, where does that guy live? And
He's like
He's like UK or something.
yeah,
I
they
don't
don't
know.
host.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
talking
know.
to him, and he says they don't really host drift events over there. So,
Street.
Keep it street.
One guy said, "What was the best tip or technique to quickly progress aggressive driving?" But
Sim driving.
Yeah, I feel like we already
Sims,
talked
also,
about this.
Mike from Hayes, he told me, I don't know who told him this, but he said when you transition, you gotta like think you're the car ahead, and I'm gonna transition now.
Yo, Mike
Yo.
just told me the
Listen,
same thing
now.
on the line. He's
Now.
like, yo,
Like where he
transition a little
is.
quicker.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
need to transition at like when this car is about to swing, you need to be about to swing too.
Throw it, like right in
it's-
that pocket.
transitions.
that's
are
where
the
you can
best
practice your
thing
transition
ever.
timing
Yeah.
on the sim.
A huge thing to get over, you have to enter, like, you have to, the biggest thing is entering on their back bumper to
Yeah.
stay close.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, you're trying to play catch up. And that's when you're,
Yeah, you don't want to
accordion.
practice playing catch up
Yeah.
because
Yo,
that's basically what you're doing.
Malcolm, can you play that clip on our Instagram of our twin drift? There's I think it's the.
Yeah, I'll know where it's at.
I guess that was
That
pretty
one
mean
right
about
here.
the poser
yep,
thing.
that and then the slide over.
Carl's
Thinking
going
about
back.
The
there.
video
Fucking
should
thinking
be in
about it.
there.
Kind of being a poser. Not gonna lie.
Which one? The whole?
Oh,
no,
no,
that
it's
one's
not.
here. X out of that. Go all the way up to the pins.
You wanna-
There
you
might
wanna-
be a
you wanna
quick.
say an
Yeah, click on
apology?
Yeah,
this
that
one.
one.
Not really.
All right.
I said what I said.
That wasn't the
Oh, that's not the beginning.
Yeah, that's why we lost. Ethan, step your shit up.
No, you guys
Fuck.
are good.
But there's a clip.
Honestly, this transition right here is one of those.
Yo, transitions
Yeah, we
turn
should
me
hit.
on, bro. That shit
was
is fucking
really
amazing.
That was like as on the edge as you can get.
I think that's the
I'll
best
snag
part of
him.
drifting, the transitions.
Yeah.
Like just going, like getting ready for the transition.
Well, Mike also said from Hayes, he said, Push brought some refreshing energy back to Pocono Raceway. So that's cool to hear.
Yeah, we got
Boy.
close to Mike. I let him drive my Z at a
Shout out
clinic.
all the Hayes boys.
Yeah, shout out all the Hayes boys. Shout out Car Shop Kuroshi. They're like our drift dads.
Oh, he's got the Hayes shirt. I don't like that Hayes shirt, but yeah, it's
Yeah. Shut up. That,
good. He gave me one. They gave me one.
The Hayes guys are so cool. They're so nice. Like fucking always been just around always.
Yeah, they're great homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
Mike P got a shovel. Oh no, he has a. Yeah,
a
he
chopper
has a
boy.
shovel.
Yeah.
Someone said bleep out anytime someone says VQ. Thoughts? Oh, that's a good one. Thoughts on differential braces for 350Zs?
Oh
You
yeah,
need
you
'em.
definitely need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is that because there's one single bushing?
Pole? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
On the cover?
So
Yeah.
one time at Pocono, I had I think they were stock bushings. I was still stock diff bushings, and
Yeah,
I
replace
snapped
the
the stud
bushings,
right
too.
off the diff. So
Wow.
I think the FDF brace is the best. I don't have like anything else on my car that's FDF, but the brace, it ties together the toe arms to two bolts on the bottom of the diff,
I seen that one today.
It's huge.
and then a bolt
on
at
a
the
Z in
top
here.
into the subframe. So most of them just do like I think you have
Yeah, just one.
just one bolt down to the one part of the diff. So it's better, but this one really like ties everything together and your diff doesn't move.
That's that big of a risk, like with that.
Oh
thing?
yeah. The biggest upgrade I think that made my car feel great, and you guys could probably attest to this, is like solid diff bushings in the rear and poly trans and poly motor mounts. Like
Yo, motor mounts.
all
Oh
of
my
us,
God.
I
we
think
changed them. They were
Z motor
snapped.
mounts are terrible.
Yeah, they are.
They are
Right?
shit.
Yep.
And they break.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So-
They're filled with fluid
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, they
type of-
break pretty often because that's actually a job that we get called about a lot, and it's
They're
not
not
an easy
fun.
job.
No,
Yeah.
we spent.
No, they suck.
That was one of those Friday before I just got the parts Thursday. I'm gonna put these engine mounts in Friday, so this weekend I have poly motor mounts.
Should have done
It
Thursday,
says
man.
1 to 2 hours on the install time.
Yeah, right.
Well, the first one was in an hour. The passenger side one with stock manifolds, the bolt is against the manifold. So you
Yeah.
have to put a wrench on the bolt and then use a pry bar. That's the best way I found, is put a wrench on it and then pry bar, and you just like this.
Click at
You're
a
turning
time.
it like a
One of those
16th of a
installs where
turn
it's like-
at a time, and you have to crank that to like, what is the foot pounds like? I think it's like 60 or 80.
I don't think it's that high, but still.
It's still like you have to get that top nut off, and mine was seized. So we were like,
I think the method, I don't quote me on this, but I think sometimes we either have to drop the subframe or do some crazy shit. I don't know, like
Yeah,
suspend the engine.
if you have stock headers and if you have like AC, it's real hard on the one side.
Yeah.
Like it's just
On the driver's
almost
side, I
impossible
think.
to get to. You're just
Okay.
like, how am I even?
The factory labor time on that job is crazy.
Yeah,
I think
you're
they
actually-
expect you to pull the motor out.
Well-
the aftermarket header's curved, so you really can just get a socket in there and turn it.
Yeah.
But like
I
the
think
OEM
for-
ones just sit on it.
For factory, they make you like drop the subframe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to hold the engine up with a brace.
Yeah.
Or something like that in between the strut towers.
Yeah, we're always holding up VQs in here. With
I
braces.
noticed that.
Yeah. Because
Why?
because the upper oil pans always leak too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that job. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Their gallery gasket, I think, is a bad one on those too. Like that's something with the timing, isn't it?
What up top?
Gallery.
Oh, I know what
It's
you're
just
talking
the
about.
oil sets in the gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little problems with that. It's really just oil leaks, honestly.
Yeah. It's
Like, yeah. All right, that was a really good question. You guys are dropping a lot of VQ information on this podcast, so I'm definitely thankful for that.
VQ boys.
EQ boys.
What's the dream track to drive with the boys?
US Air.
US Air. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
We're gonna
one.
do it one
AVS
day, and it's
someday,
gonna feel
too.
so good.
AVS would be easy for y'all. Is that Grange?
Apple Valley, yeah, Grange.
You guys
Someday
could
we
just show
want
up.
to ship the cars out there, fly in, drive.
If they
them.
would do like a Super D event.
Yeah, like Super
again.
D. We want to do, or like an NYE, like the New Year's Eve one.
Yeah.
Or drive them home.
No,
No.
ship them there and back. Like that would be like our big thing of the year.
This guy said this was 409 Screwed that asked that, and he also said you guys have a sick name. So I agree with him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that name is amazing. And someone else said, "What pushes you to drift?" No pun
I
intended.
get it.
We're chasing the high level driving. Like we look up to Front Street, Animal Style, N Style. Like we want to drive these cars to
Close
that.
aggressive driving.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we like didn't make them look cool at first. We kind of like we made our mistakes in the beginning. There's still mistakes made all the time, but
Yeah.
like we didn't want to make our cars look phenomenal or great or whatever, and then just smash them up or be scared to drive them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like if we did have cool cars at that time, like we weren't always on doors and stuff like that, so it would like push away from everybody attracting to the team.
Getting
push.
closer to driving.
Yeah.
And like Missile Mentality, the Missile Mentality boys. I don't know if do you know those guys
From Evergreen? Yeah.
Yeah.
BMW guys?
Yeah.
Missile Mentality is an awesome name.
The one,
Dude,
they
I'm
painted
sorry.
this guy. Is this the guy where the guy fell asleep? I
Yeah.
don't know their
They
names.
painted him?
They painted the car.
Oh, with the
a different
turbo
color.
cans.
Yeah.
A different color.
That's some evergreen shit. I'm telling you.
Okay, that's
And then the
hilarious.
kid woke up. I don't know their names.
"Where's my shit?"
This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Like
That's
I was
amazing.
Like, what?
I think all their cars were white Saturday, and they painted them all black overnight, so that Sunday they drove with black cars.
And then there was this other one that it was a 4-door. They started grabbing the doors from another car and swapping them onto the other car.
But those guys rip.
And
like,
just to hit on that question again, I think a big part of like why we're kind of like, at least I can speak for myself, so obsessed with drifting. Like we come from BMXing, where literally every day after school was like going to the park and progressing and riding, like trying to learn that new trick, getting that adrenaline from learning that new trick or pushing yourself to do a gap that you didn't want to do. But unfortunately, like you hear it when you're younger, like as you get older, you're gonna kind of get out of biking, which I didn't think I was going to. But then you kind of hit that half 20s, you take some wrecks, you start hurting yourself.
Yeah.
I destroyed my shoulder 2 years ago. Nate broke his hand 2 years ago. So like,
Your poor hands, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we've been
Fuck
kind of.
Same
this,
hand.
dude. I don't know. If,
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I need
but-
to get some.
So
gloves
now
or
it's like you can't really we can't hop on a bike
gotta
and
get
get
that
that adrenaline rush anymore. So it's like now we can hop in a car, go as hard as we can. I mean, we're not going to destroy our body if we mess up. It
Yeah.
might just lose a chassis.
It's definitely more safer than.
It's a lot
yeah.
safer than taking a spill on a snowboard or a bike and
Yeah.
being out of work for 2 months. Like it's hard to do that once you're older.
my first event, Missile Mentality, their cars were all smashed up, and we watched them get bumped to A. That event, they drove their cars so hard, and like like watching them drive better than like some V8 car that's some pro looking car. Like they go at the entry as fast as they can every time, and that's what we do. Like we are balls to the wall from the launch and get there quick. Like some people want to slow up and drive close the whole time. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like I love trying to go as fast as possible at entry, and like that's what we all did, and that's kind of like what made our team great.
I think having the same car too, the same setup is like
Absolutely.
really helping a lot.
Yep.
Because you know you guys can all do the same exact thing. No one's got to think about anything different.
Yep.
Like,
General excitement too is just like you're just driving up to turn 1 flying.
Yeah.
That's like the heart rate's got to be pumping pretty good. Like I don't.
the VQ screaming.
Yeah, VQs.
You don't even hear lenses. You got stock
Fully
exhaust.
stock exhaust.
That's amazing.
Like
Did anyone
Full
put
like
a,
Completely stock.
anyone
I
ever
have
try a
headers now.
Nismo? A Nismo exhaust? I heard that was the best exhaust.
No.
Nah.
I tried.
I've
You
never
guys got to
tried.
find one of those because I heard that one was like the. It's
Have
like
a
it's
nice tone
not.
to it.
Yeah, like it doesn't make it sound ridiculous.
I had a
Like,
buddy of
Doesn't have
mine
that
with a
raspy.
supercharged one, and which blew up, and the Nismo exhaust was quiet as fuck.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
I
you
like-
think he
hear
needs
it.
a little tone. I want to be
I
able to
definitely
hear
want a
him.
little tone.
I could barely hear his.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Matt's car, you can hear across the track.
No, Joe.
Someone asked. Someone asked. What do you got the Tomei on there?
No, I got the exhaust
Straight
leaks.
Someone said was N style an inspiration for their color. Also, rear window exploding at Vibes was insane.
That video is so cool.
And Sal definitely has a big.
Yeah, you guys brought it up.
inspiration
That's
on
why I
us,
wanted to
yeah.
ask.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely huge inspiration.
Also,
Shirt stuck in,
you
Casey.
painted those. I wanted maybe
wow.
Yeah,
maybe
people
people
outside
know.
wrapped them.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No.
so those are painted.
No, I painted those outside in a cornfield.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, be proud of that.
My
Hey,
first
shoot.
time with Metal Flake too.
Yeah.
That's a wet sanding. When
Yeah.
they first came
So,
out,
They're
it
like,
was like
we didn't use the right
20 grit
intercoat.
sandpaper.
Dude,
I used the wrong intercoat.
I saw how flaky it was, and I was like, "How long were you sanding this for?"
We wet sanded his car for
Hours.
like 19 hours, I think, before
It's
I
like a
re-cleared
lot
it.
of flake in there, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's only flake. It's black and then flake over top.
Yep.
Oh wow.
And they're big.
That's cool that they're painted though. Thank God they're not wrapped.
They're big flakes, so it's like when the sun hits it too. Like
Yeah,
looks
all the
sick.
they look different every lighting. It's cool.
Yeah.
To see the car. Like sometimes they look darker, sometimes like real in the sun they look shiny. Like all the sparkles just hit you at the same time.
Did you guys just paint those at that Twin Drift event? Because those cars look pretty
It was-
fresh.
Yeah, it was right before
Few-
Vibes. Vibes was
Vibes was June. Might have been.
It was like in the middle of June.
Yeah, I think it was June. We had all 3 cars. I did his car in like 9
You
days.
seem like you're keeping them pretty clean so far.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, whole
Whoa,
season.
whoa, 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 whoa,
No
whoa!
pushing. No.
It's January.
No, I'm just saying. Like when I
They
saw
made
them.
it through the year though. Last year,
Oh.
Yeah.
only one door. There's one door and like a little bit of fender.
And that was
Your
at
fender got a
Evergreen,
little bit.
right? That was at Evergreen?
No, it was.
The
It was
door?
at Twin Drifted.
yeah, Twin Drift.
Yeah.
Oh, I
that
didn't know.
door.
I thought it was at Evergreen.
No, that was a good deer though.
I guess we could end with this. There's a lot of questions in here, by the way, that I didn't ask, but you guys answered all the questions already. So it was a lot of VQ stuff, and just a lot of specific, like, oh, what's your favorite engine, this and that, and we kind of covered everything. The last one is, if you were going to change anything about drifting culture or the industry, what would it be?
Ooh. Let me think about this for a second. That's a good question.
Yeah, that's why I want to finish it on that one.
Culture? Wait, can you
Well, one
repeat
thing
the
before we
question?
finish,
Yeah.
I want to say like our goals for the year are like we're chasing the final bout thing, and we just got all our applications in for Drift Appalachia. We don't know if we're gonna get accepted, but we think our driving's there. Like we drive on fast tracks. We may not have tandem at Club Loose or something like that, but
Yeah, a lot more club loose this year too.
yeah,
That
we're
would be
trying to be
cool.
Club Loose kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point of the cages and
cage.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
cool.
Like we want to tandem, we're gonna go to club loose, and we're not gonna be able to tandem, so it's gonna suck. But
I hope you guys get the
Eventually.
Appalachia
But
thing.
you
That
know,
would be crazy.
It is what it is. You got to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another
exactly.
thing, putting on for the Z's, like the stock Z's, there would be sick.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
all-
if there's anything I would be nervous about, it's that shit. That mountain driving looks crazy.
is.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
watching it. It is.
But that's
insane.
cool that you guys want to do that.
Yo,
So-
Frankie, it'd be sick if you tried.
I would be so scared to do that shit, dude.
I would be shitting out my ass, man. I would
like
fucking-
track with people behind me, whatever. A fucking mountain with people coming down the mountain behind you, fucking crazy. That's wild.
That's the adrenaline part that we
Yeah.
like chase. It's literally like a drug. Like we're chasing that adrenaline like a drug.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, there was a question in
That's
here.
how,
that said,
it
what
makes
were
it
you-
sound like fucking drug addicts.
Like,
I mean, we
explain it
say
to
that every
somebody.
Gotta get that high,
Every
man. Just
time.
gotta get that high.
Every time we talk about it,
You
we're,
can sit there and just be like, yeah, I spent like $30,000 into my car in the past year. Like,
or $30,000 into meth. It's the same
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And what
It's
is
our
the
drug.
first question everyone asks you? Do you make any money from it?
Yep.
Did you win? Fuck no. I don't
Oh, so
win
you
that.
competing in events and
Yep.
races? Like,
No, we just do it for fun.
Wait, why
so
isn't
what do you win?
Why
Yeah.
isn't he passing the other guy? Like he could have passed him there.
Yeah. Wait, so what do you win? We don't win anything. Wait, so what? So
Any,
you-
did you got
Those are the coworker questions.
well, the last one.
Yeah, I
if
was
you-
gonna say, can you say that question again?
Yeah, so-
Yeah, if you were going to change anything about drifting culture or the industry, what would it be?
Honestly, I like the culture. I think it's people think that it's more like people are more standoffish, but a lot of us are like the same person where we're like antisocial until the ice is broken. Like there's so many times where you feel like you can't talk to someone beside you in the pits, but if you just break the ice and talk to that person, that could be your best friend that you see at every event that you go to because you're local people. Like I think the community is super welcoming. I wouldn't change anything about it besides the fact of like people hating on like pro driving kind of stuff. Like, I don't know.
yeah, going into that, I feel like the only thing I can really say about
Everyone has
the
their own
drift
avenue.
community, I feel like there's different types of drifting. You know what I mean? Like there's those pro guys with a lot of money that just do pro. They have no idea what evergreen and grassroots stuff is. You know what I mean? And then there's another section where it's like all style. You have to have original aero to be cool. You know what I mean? Or you have to do final bout type of things. And those guys usually hate on the other two types of drifting. Like there's different types of drifting, and it should be okay to have that beater thrash car that you don't care about. You're just trying to go out there and get the laps, chase the adrenaline, and then it should be okay with like people actually trying to style up the cars and stuff like that. It's just completely different.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The more in the community, the better. It's kind of like when we were little, we used to hate on Hondas, but Hondas are cool now.
Dude, I miss my Honda.
you're a
I had
Volkswagen
so
kid.
much more money when I had a Honda.
Honda's been cool.
Like,
Yeah.
Come on.
when it was an Integra,
We're-
dude, you did not have to burn tires like crazy every weekend. Fucking
Simple.
Yeah, having just a nice street car, dude. Every time I walk out there, see that FRS out there, I'm like, this
That-
thing's fucking me
Oh
up.
my god.
Dude,
The
every
ZN6
time.
chassis, I think that's the next chassis.
Yo, he can
Oh,
go out
no.
there and drive that right now.
I love those cars.
I
And
wanna
that
buy
thing has
that
so.
new
If
one
you keep
so
looking
bad.
at that car, that has so many just like little trinkets on it. He
The
did that.
seats. I noticed the seats today when we were
Yeah.
pushing it. I was like, oh my god, he's got the new Zeta 4s.
That's done well.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think I know a lot of people say it already, but that's gonna be probably like the next S chassis. Just because, like, I know a lot of like S chassis when they first came out, they had all that aero like factory little
yeah.
trinkets and stuff like that you can buy separately.
Yeah.
Same with that
It's like
car.
a
You know,
Porsche-
they make
Porsche.
so many different things for that car
Yeah.
that eventually they're not gonna make anymore.
So I really wanted the new one, like really bad. And then I heard a rumor that Toyota might be putting their own engine in the next one. And I was like, fuck. I mean, I can't buy a car right now anyway, but
I was about to be like,
I
where
was
the
like,
Malcolm? Did he just hit the lotto?
The next one, like next version of the chassis or like next year's
I think it's
model?
going to be the next version. They're not going to use the same chassis because that chassis is designed around that engine, really. So they'd have to change something in the front. But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. I mean, is it going to look the same? I fucking hope it does because the way that car looks is why it's nice.
Yep.
Like it's low in the front, it's wide. Like it's the center of
Long
gravity
front.
is low because of that engine.
Good car.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen with the next engine, but the only thing people don't like about that car is the engine.
The engine, yeah.
So it's like if they were going to change it and they were going to put that sick 3-cylinder that they have,
Is that what they were talking about? 3-cylinder turbo.
that would be cool.
That would be.
That
wild.
would be, and it would sound
Even if it was NA, I'd
sick.
still
Yo, that would sound real good.
Yeah,
Imagine-
like drifting, it would probably.
yeah. Even if
Yeah,
it was
regular.
another NA motor, I
Hell
wouldn't
yeah.
care. I just don't really want a flat 4 in that thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
They kind of can't really take the abuse. It seems like so. But yeah, anything else you guys want to end this one on? Or
I will say, just going back to like the standoffish thing, I feel like a lot of drifters are just like kind of not. I'm antisocial and quiet at the track, but when I was first getting into driving, I've never gotten a ride along. My first time in a drift car was me drifting. Show up to events and don't be scared just going up and asking for ride-alongs. And the biggest thing that would help you, just even if you are interested in drifting and like want ride-alongs, buy your own helmet because that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Yeah.
People don't want you throwing on like a helmet that you're all sweaty in. If you show up with your own helmet, people are going to give you ride-alongs.
Damn, I actually
And-
never heard of anybody advising to do that.
yeah, make
Yeah.
sure it's SA
SA
2020.
Yeah, get the correct helmet because buy it ahead of time. You have it as a passenger. People are gonna say, "Do you have the correct helmet?" Because the tracks are getting a lot stricter with not letting DOT helmets on. So buy an SA helmet. You're ready to drive once you get a car. Then like, get in the car and ride. I went to make 20 Club Loose events before I ever rode in the car with somebody.
And we were just
As soon
too
as I
nervous
rode the
to ask
car-
anyone.
Yeah, like as soon as I rode in the car, I caught the bug. Like
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah,
I
what about
kind
the car
of warn.
video?
I warn people to get if you don't want to get hooked on something, don't get in the car.
Just to touch on that, we never really talked about that before. People asking for ride-alongs.
Oh, we
I
actually
think
talked.
I think the best thing to do is maybe go up to the person when they're out of their car, start a conversation, explain that you're here, you're trying to see drifting, and then maybe bring it up. Because that'll make the driver feel a lot more interested in giving you a ride along versus just jumping up to him.
We're big ride along guys.
Yeah.
Like every time you can tell the people that are just sitting there just wanting to,
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I kind of want to get in the car. Like if I see somebody like that, come here, you want to ride along? I know you do. I think we
That's
bring an extra
amazing.
helmet to the track and we bring like the sock skin.
You guys are like the heroes. That's
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah, because a lot of people
We
don't
want
like
that
giving
sport to
ride-alongs.
grow.
Yeah, main
Yeah.
reason. Well, I really like doing that, and I remember the one time we did this one event, RSD. It was like a truck show. They invited us to do ride-alongs, and they like paid for ride-alongs. And
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
We were getting paid, and I felt bad because these people were paying like $40.
Yeah.
For like 2 laps. They would be like, "Yeah, go ahead, $40, only 2 laps." I'll take them out there 6 laps. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Come on, bro, we're in here." And I feel like driving with a person that never been drifted before.
It's
like,
fun.
Yeah, it is fun. You try to show off and stuff like that. Like the first time I went to Club Loose, it was like one of my first drift events ever spectating. I walked around the pits. I asked every single person for a ride along. Every single person. Only one person said yes, but I needed my own helmet. And that was Rich Whiteman. So shout out to Rich Whiteman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rich Whiteman.
Mm-hmm.
And I never ended up finding a helmet, so I didn't get in that day. But that's why, like, I think back, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give everybody ride alongs. Like, I ask people, they're just sitting there, yo, you want to ride along? I got you.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and like they remember you for that. Like if you're the
Oh,
first
yeah.
person's ride along, you always remember that first ride along.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who I've.
Taking that.
No,
card.
I'm trying to think of like when I got into a car. I don't think I ever got a ride along prior. It was just driving the car.
Well, that's because probably drifting wasn't as big back then, but now drifting
I
is
didn't have
so
a
big.
No,
it's
it's
like,
literally the helmet thing.
that's
Like
it,
I've
yeah.
remembered being younger and going like, "Can I get a ride along?" "Oh yeah, do you have a helmet?" "I don't have one." "Do you have a helmet?"
Yeah.
Like I
Just
don't
make
have
that
one either.
investment because, I mean, you're going to hop in the car, you're going to want to drive, get SA 2020. It'll be good for at least, 5 years. So,
Yeah.
That's
You
like
see
a
us-
solid piece of advice.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
You see us at the track, please ask us for a
Yep.
ride along. Like
There you go.
love
There you go.
them.
These are the guys.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
find us.
Yep.
Not me. My passenger seatbelt don't work.
You'd be flying out Carl's car. Yeah. All right. On that note, I guess thank you guys for coming
Yeah,
out.
thank you guys
Appreciate
for
it.
coming on.
Thanks
I know
for
it was
having
us.
probably
Thanks for
a pain
having
in the
us.
ass to get over here.
Big
but
fans of the pod.
Thank you,
man.
dude.
Yeah, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
one last thing. I want to say that a huge impact. When was the Faction Christmas video
Here we
dropped?
go.
2015?
Yeah, the one with the wrapping paper. Probably
I-
16 or 15. Yeah.
I think it was 2015. I was in study hall. I want to say that video and the animal style parking lot video are
Yes,
like
yeah.
2 of the biggest impactful videos
That's
of,
cool, man.
of like starting my drifting.
That
I
animal
just wanna
style
mention
video was
that.
amazing.
That,
I remember that came
yeah.
out.
I don't
And your
wanna-
guys' Christmas videos are fucking
I don't want
sick.
to ruin this, but you guys' driving is like that Christmas video. That driving that you guys are doing now
It's way better than that.
Way better
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah,
That's
that
why
set
I'm
the
like,
foundation. That's
when
sick,
I think
though.
about
That's-
that, no, dude, I think about this all the time because I'm like, what did they really do in that video?
Drifting on ramp. That's the real.
Yeah.
Drifted
that-
an
to me,
on-ramp.
that's the thing that I
Shit
like.
flew off the car. It was just like
But it was
the
kidded.
video.
You got
it
the
was
Chrome
like,
Johnnies
It was just
on.
like a cool video.
It was
like,
funny, yeah, that's why- yeah.
And
We were
that's,
just having fun.
That's what's crazy is like you guys are driving at a level that is way beyond that. You know what I mean?
It's just
like,
a progression
Yeah.
in drifting.
It's like-
honestly,
Yeah.
it's everyone.
it's insane, like what that video did for a lot of people.
Yep.
And
Sim
the
driving
parking-
too. Sim
Yeah, I was
driving.
gonna say Sim
Yep.
is the
That animal style
awesome.
video.
That
dude.
animal style video is sick.
Yeah, that one was a good one too.
Yeah, I love that video. All right, well,
Yep, thank you.
thank you guys for the Dunkin' Donuts. Amazing. Hot
yes, sir.
chocolate. Fucking
And
best,
for coming
best,
on the
best.
podcast.
And for coming on the podcast.
We'll see you guys this season. Do you have any other final announcements, little messages, I guess?
Check out the website. When
Oh,
I
there
was
you go.
off with my hand, I designed us up a little website.
Damn,
driftteampush.com.
guy couldn't even take a break.
Yeah, couldn't even take a break. Doing the one thing you shouldn't be doing, typing on a computer.
Typing on a
Yeah,
computer.
I was right hand, opposite hand doing it.
All right, check out the website.
Yeah, they
was it
worked
Drift
hard
Team
on it.
Push?
driftteampush.com.
All right,
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Check out the
Word.
shop. We got new beanies dropping.
Ooh.
Just came in
Got the
20 minutes
merch.
before we were on our way.
That's sick.
Hell
Check
yeah.
out the merch, guys.
Thank
All right,
you,
we'll see you on the
and
next one.
Thank you,
good
guys.
night. Peace.
That was sick.
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys.
I went to go take off my
problem. Thank you,
headphones.
guys.
I
That was
don't
fun.
have any. That's usually what I go do. I'm like, thank you guys, good night. Hang on to the headphones. It really like makes you
How long was that?
2.5. Team Push.
Team Push. What a great group of guys.
Yes, sir. Again, another episode with, what do we call it? That vibe, that team energy.
Dynamic.
That dynamic.
Yes,
that team dynamic.
they have synergy.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. I remember when we started our drift team, it was pretty hard to get everyone on board, like with the same
Matching things and stuff.
Yeah, like way the cars are gonna look, this, what events are we going into? Oh, this, that. Nowadays, it seems like everyone's kind of a little bit more.
Yeah, they're just like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, everyone is kind of on board. At least the last few teams that we had in here, they seem pretty like, I guess like, what do you call it? Connected.
Yeah, they're on the same wavelength.
Yes,
yeah.
that exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, they're a cool team. They have a lot of like wisdom, and for their age, I guess, because some of them.
Yeah, bro, they're all like married.
Yeah,
they're not all married, but
no,
like,
two of them are engaged. No, I think only one was engaged.
Me and Carl are sitting here like, damn, we're like fucking 40 years old and we're losers.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool.
Yeah, they were funny. They were wise. They had a lot of intelligent info to share about Z's.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
a lot of information about 350Zs in that conversation. So I'm glad we were able to do that. And the cars look good. They drive really good.
Yeah, I remember when I saw it at the Twin Drift event, those two Zs, I was like, those are actually pretty nice.
Yeah, those are nice cars.
And they sounded nice too.
Yeah, they didn't sound crazy, and the driving was insane. So yeah, good luck to those guys. I think they're gonna go pretty far. I love how they were like, oh, the Z hate this and that. I'm like, I think you guys are blowing it out of proportion.
There definitely is a lot of Z hate, but
I guess there is, but like I am the hater. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of them, and I don't hate those cars. I think their cars are cool.
You can only doesn't matter the car. Some people hate cars, but when you see a nice one, you know to appreciate it. Like that's what it feels like with Zs. When you see a nice one, you know you gotta appreciate it.
And the people that don't, I got one thing to say: fuck them.
They're just ignorant.
Yeah, don't listen to them. I told them when they were here, like, don't listen to those guys. Just do what you got to do. You guys have a matching team. You guys all drive good together. The cars sound good.
Yeah, I believe they'll be at fine about.
I think they will be too. Yeah. I'm not really concerned about that. I think they're gonna hit all their goals.
Yeah.
All right. So it is Thursday. What, 29th?
30th.
It's January 30th. There's 2 more days, today and tomorrow, for the Origin Labo body kit raffle going on our website right now. Every $5 purchased gets you 1 entry on our website. And if you buy merch, you get double entries. So this is going on for the next couple days, and then it's done. So if you guys want to get those entries in, now's the time. We're going to be giving away a full Origin Labo body kit of your choosing, and we're going to be shipping it to you. So get those orders. I mean,
get those orders in. We got a lot of orders this month, and I guess all these people are hoping to get a new kit.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of new customers, specifically buying merch and stuff, trying to get those orders in. So thank you guys to everyone who placed an order.
Thank you very much.
And what else is going on?
We've got a lot of cars in the shop this month. A lot of big projects, but getting some more in as the days go by. So we appreciate you. If you have any general maintenance work you need on your car, it could be your daily or just getting ready for the drift season coming up, come on through. Our doors are open. We're not too busy, but we're busy. We're never busy enough.
Yeah, we're never busy enough. So we're trying to make sure we keep this winter going. January was a good month, so we're trying to keep this momentum going. So if you guys want to schedule your cars for February and March, now would be the time. If you need work done on your drift car before the season starts, now is definitely the time. We are going into February right now, so it's now or never if you want to be ahead of the curve. Eddie, I'm going to put you on the mic, so try to get your shit ready.
Hello, Eddie.
Eddie's
I didn't see you there.
Hello. Yo.
Eddie, can you tell us about the Patreon? What's going on with that?
What's going on is we have 3 tiers: a basic tier, $5 tier, a $10 tier, which is a extra support, basically the same as the $5 tier, but you want to give us a little bit extra love.
All right.
And the $15 tier is a care package tier, where whenever we get new merch, we send you a care package.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And you also get a shout out on the hot lap.
Now,
Yes.
what kind of stuff are you putting on the Patreon lately?
every week I try to get a Faction Weekly, which is like kind of like a vlog, I would say. I guess.
Yeah.
What goes
In-shop
on.
vlog.
In-shop vlog. We have exclusive podcasts on there. Recently, we had a was it Under the Hood with you and
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Talking about ISR performance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like the business side, the
Yeah.
whatever.
Stuff you don't really hear about lately.
Yeah, I forget what
yeah.
they call that.
And then we did a end of the year
Yes.
blog post extension episode because we
Yes.
didn't need a blog post.
Yeah, you went more into detail on the blog post. I gave you like 8 prompts,
Yep.
and you went off on those.
And then we did an Ask Me Anything on me, and we should do one on Carl next or Malcolm. So
I think that should be
Yeah.
appropriate.
yeah, so we're gonna be doing those. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff going on, and yeah, I don't know. Patreon's popping off. It's a good community in there.
We have a very nice, loyal membership in there, so we appreciate you all.
Do we have any merch left? Like, do we have any?
Dude, we've been selling a lot of merch. A lot of sizes are gone. It feels good. It feels good. So now we could get some nice fresh batches for the event season coming up, the drift season. So
Okay, so you still got some though.
still got some, but it's definitely dwindling down. But yeah, if you go on the website, if you're trying to buy some things, you'll see some sizes are out of stock. But yeah, there's something for everybody on there.
All right. One more thing I want to mention is that we do offer Affirm on the website. So if you guys can't afford the part you're looking for, you can Affirm it and you can set up some kind of a payment system so you guys can buy the parts now, get entered into the raffle, and pay them off as you go. So don't forget to check out Affirm on our website. Also, our car storage thing is finally happening. It's being painted right now.
Yes.
So-
I'm high as we speak from the fumes.
Yeah. So if you guys know anyone or need your car stored somewhere, please shoot us an email and we'll get that figured out. We're going to be storing cars here over the next. I mean, I think we'll be storing cars in there in the next month.
Cool.
So yeah.
Very nice.
And please check out our sponsors.
Yes. And if you guys haven't noticed, we love to have local people from the tri-state area on the podcast. If you have any suggestions of people in the drifting community or any car related industry,
anything in the automotive
please
industry.
send the recommendations to our Instagram DMs or email sales@factionmotorsports.com. Also, if you have any local drift events anywhere in the country that you think we should hit this season, let us know and maybe we could get some guests around that area if you think it's possible.
Yeah, true. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Check out our sponsors and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes. Peace.
Bye.